Alrighty, hello everyone, welcome back to Boolympics 2022. We're going to kick things off with this Dark Moon A% run with Blars. So hello Blars, would you like to introduce yourself?
Hi, I'm Blars. I speedrun this game and I hold the world record for any percent. And I'll be doing any percent.
That's right. So Blars, what would you say is the most defining factor of this run?
I think the most defining factor of this run is the weaker poltergeist, or the poltergust, because it makes capturing ghosts a lot harder, especially in later stages. And also the gold management you have to do. Getting 7,000 in the run is another big part of it.
Definitely looking forward to seeing how you manage all that gold. So if we're ready for a countdown, I think we can get into this run.
Oh, shit, hold on. I was thinking of it like I was on the title screen. Hold on, sorry.
Okay, are you ready for a countdown then?
No.
Not yet?
No, are you looking at the screen?
Oh, I see.
Hold on. Okay, I'm ready.
Alrighty, so if we're all set, we can start this run in 3, 2, 1, go. So yeah, Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon. This is the second game in the Luigi's Mansion series. Only took them like 11 years after the first game to get this one out, but they made it eventually.
Should probably talk about what just happened.
Yeah, so what just happened there? Yeah, go for it.
Okay, so when you start up a file, it has like a 5 or 6 long minute cutscene. Do you know how long it is?
Yeah, it's like 3 minutes.
I thought it was way more. Anyway, when the game saves, you can just like exit out of it very quickly. Hold on. Yeah. And hold on, my cat's acting up for a bit. Let me. Okay, we're good. Yeah, when the game saves, you can exit out and go straight to the bunker. So you'll notice we do that more throughout the run when we're gonna get upgrades and we have unskippable cutscenes like the lab. And that's just one instance where we're gonna exit out in the game because we're gonna do that a lot more.
So yep, right now we are in A1. This is the first mission of the game. Dark Moon is mission-based, which some people enjoyed, some people did not enjoy as much, but that's what we have. In this first mission, we are just getting the Poltergust. So right now Luigi doesn't have anything right now, doesn't have anything on his back, but that will soon change once we pick up
got
the
fast
Poltergust.
mouse. So the mouse right here, when you flash him, he pauses for a second. So when you flash him and then flash him immediately after again, it's barely enough time to get the key without him running away. And here we're getting the poltergust for the first time inside the garage. And this is going to be the first instance where we start collecting gold right here. Unfortunately, EGAD does call you like quite a bit more in this mission than any percent. I think like 3 or 4 more times, right?
It's a lot, yeah.
But in an IL setting or an NG+, another category in the game, he does not call you this much.
Yeah. Luckily that goes down in the rest of the game. This is the only mission where he calls you like really excessively.
Yeah.
Just trying to check in on you and make sure you're doing alright.
I think Gloomy is kind of guilty of that as a whole. Maybe not in the later missions so much. In this room, we're gonna do like a little cheeky time save to not have to go all the way around the second floor to get the green strobe bulb, which is what you can use to actually flash ghosts.
Yellow. Ciao. Hello. Ciao.
This section has a few cutscenes, but it's the first instance of combat.
Yeah,
Should we-
so yeah,
that work?
yeah, combat in this game.
Ciao.
So in the first game, you had the flashlight to stun the ghosts. Here, simply shining the flashlight on a ghost will not stun them. You need to actually flash them with the strobo. So if you hold down A, it charges up a little flash, and then you let go. There's two types of flashes. There's a quick flash and then a fully charged one. Fully charged one takes like a second to charge up, but it's much bigger in radius. Not so much bigger in distance though. So if most of the time a quick flash will do the job if you have a good enough angle. And if only like after one ghost, there's no need for a bigger radius. So Blars will stun the ghost with the flashlight and then suck them up. One thing that this game added is a power gauge. So just notice that there's a little meter that charges up. Once it gets to a certain point, Blars can press A to do a power surge, which drains a certain amount of health depending on the level of the power surge. So right now it's just level 1, it only has one like tier to it, but throughout the game we'll get more upgrades to unlock a level 2 and then eventually a level 3. The level 3 deals 50 damage on one power surge. Right now the level 1 only deals 10 damage, so the gold is
that
very
is the
useful.
reason we get gold. It's through upgrades, and we're getting probably quite a lot of it. You'll notice out of that door there, I tripped, and that's completely RNG. It's just an annoying thing that this game does. And I think that combat is one of this game's strengths, in my opinion. But some people might not share that.
Yeah, as you'll see throughout this marathon, I really hope that you get a chance to watch the other LM games because all three of them, as well as the arcade and LM 3DS, which we'll see tomorrow, all these 5 games that we're showcasing in this marathon have very different feels to them and how the combat plays out.
So after each mission, it kicks us back to the lab, and then we just start the next one. If you're unfamiliar, well, if you're that unfamiliar with the game.
So I guess we can talk a little bit about the story in general of this game. So, spoilers, I suppose. This game is talking about the Dark Moon. So King Boo has returned, surprise. He is back and he has destroyed something called the Dark Moon, which in this setting of the game, which takes place in the Evershade Valley, the Dark Moon sort of has this pacifying effect on the ghosts. But when King Boo destroyed it, all the ghosts went hostile. And so now EGAD is sending us into 5 different mansions, each of them containing one piece of the Dark Moon.
A trip again.
Blars getting really unlucky with the trips.
Trips
thought it
can
was-
be devastating in ILs.
Yeah.
Because you can be on a really good pace and it can completely destroy your run. Damn it. So what you just saw me attempt and fail is an animation skip. So when Luigi goes, "Oh yeah," and puts his arm in the air like that, you can search an object and cancel that animation.
Yeah, there's a lot of different types of animation skips that we try to do in this game.
Yeah, the hardest of which is when you're collecting something and you can grab a cloth on the same frame you collect it and skip the animation. Damn it. I was attempting to do another animation skip where I touch that banana and it skips that animation.
Oh yeah.
I didn't quite get it.
That banana is random, so it has a random chance, the blue ghost that we saw there, to throw either a banana or a ball. It's like 50-50, I feel. Something like
Yeah,
that.
I'd say that's about right.
So we can talk a little bit about the ghosts here. So right now Blars is fighting some green ghosts there and this red ghost. So the red ghost is called a slammer. They have 20 health. They will do a slamming attack where they clap their hands together, make a shockwave. in general, the ghosts in this game don't pose too much of a threat if you're like experienced and you handle them, quickly and effectively. Um, so in general, the fights aren't necessarily too much about difficulty. They're just about you know being on
Yeah.
top of your game, getting the setups. In fact, in this room, there's a setup for a triple. Boris, would you like to talk about that?
I don't know if there's that much to say about it, but this room has a bit of RNG. Let me see if I can get it. Okay, I got it. So, for some ghosts in the game, there's a little box that they can spawn in. And they can spawn randomly inside that box. So, depending on where they spawn in that room, these mice are deadly. Depending on where they spawn in the room, you can either do like 1 or 2 flashes to get them. So I'm gonna do an animation combination here. Hopefully I can play 2 of them at once. I can. I think I might be a little bit ahead of the gameplay because I'm playing it and you're only seeing it on the stream. Oh, I just did a fast suck up there. You want to talk about fast suck ups?
Yeah, fast suck ups. So, kind of a blessing and a curse for this game, in my opinion. There's a way that you can catch a ghost, well, suck up a ghost rather, very quickly. Once a ghost runs out of HP, there'll be this like little animation where they get shrunk and like stuffed into the vacuum. Takes like, I don't know, some time for that to happen. But if you do like some very precise input, whether that's releasing R or like tapping R very quickly, you can actually make that animation go really quick for some reason. But yeah, it's pretty precise and saves quite a bit of time, like 0.5 per fast
I
suck up.
think it's more like 0.7.
Yeah, it's a lot. So
Okay,
really
so
matters a lot for mission speed.
In this room at the end, there's something like very cool you can do. It's called EGAD storage. I don't exactly know how it works, but I know you do, so do you want to
Yeah,
take it
so
away?
watch for what Blars is doing here. He's gonna take the
I may or
web
may not
from
get
this.
it.
Yeah. Get scared by the mouse there, which skips the gear animation. And then as he's going to the
Damn it.
door,
It's so what should have happened is
Oh.
I would have skipped that gear animation and when I picked it up, he would have gotten scared. I could run to the door, and the EGAD call would have played during the animation of me opening the door right here. In any percent, it actually saves more time than other categories because you pick up a gold bone. You should pick up a gold bone there, but I got unlucky. And
so
the first time you pick up a gem or a gold bone, EGAD calls you, so could have skipped that call as well.
yeah, basically the whole idea of EGAD storage is that you receive an EGAD call during a cutscene, which normally when EGAD calls you, Luigi stops there, he has to take out the little DS, the dual screen, and stop for a little chat. But if you're in a cutscene, you don't get stopped. And EGAD's call just sort of shows up on the screen, and once the cutscene is over, or if you skip the cutscene, the call just sort of stays on the screen there, and you're just walking around with it. And the interesting thing about this is if you get any more calls during this EAD storage, those calls won't stop you either. So the gold bone, that call would have been stored into that EAD storage as well without stopping Luigi. So very cool glitch that was found in 2018 by Flare. It was an accident actually, but really cool glitch. Definitely the biggest thing that we have in this game.
Another thing we should mention is that it pauses the in-game time, so there are separate categories for some ILs where EGAD storage is possible to happen. And you can get in-game times that are significantly lower than if you're doing it legit, but it is a lot faster. I mean, a lot slower than doing it RTA, so we have separate categories. I also picked up a gold bone in that mission. I should talk about those for a sec. Gold bones, they give you 200 gold if you search an object that can give you one if you have 200 gold already. So we'll be doing that in a lot of missions, and they make up a significant part of the gold drop.
So right now we're in A3. In this mission, EGAD has sent us in to investigate a strong paranormal signal coming from the library. So EGAD hasn't quite figured out where the Dark Moon piece is. He's just looking for the strongest paranormal signals in the mansion. And he's noticed something in the library. We can see there's books kind of just hanging about here. So definitely something going on down there. So we'll see a new type of ghost once we reach that room.
That ghost is actually really hard to do in any percent because of the weak poltergust you have.
Yeah, so I guess I can talk a little bit more about the difference between some categories. So this is any percent. Another category that we have is called New Game Plus, which is the same thing as any percent. You go through the same missions, beat the game with generally the same route. There's one or two missions that are a little bit different. But the upgrades that you have in New Game Plus make the game so much different. Most notably, the Super Poltergust. You can capture ghosts really quickly. So here at 90%, Blars doesn't have that luxury, so he'll be using the weaker Poltergust. We'll see how that goes.
So he went directly to the books there, so I chose to jump. Yeah, this is a strat I do. I just release and then go back. It resets the...
Oh, interesting. I've never seen that.
Yeah, I think I just made it up.
That's cool, yeah.
I find it makes the ghost much more tolerable.
Yeah, because they get upset and throw their books at you, so like...
And if they hit you, like especially the two at the end, they can go everywhere. It's really deadly.
Yeah, those ghosts were called, the orange ones there were called Poltergeists. There's 3 different variants in the game. That's just the normal variant that we saw there. We'll see 2 other variants in later mansions.
A4. A4? Kind of boring.
Yeah, A4. So EGAD has, in this mission A4, EGAD has realized that the Poltergust is missing one of its key features. So in this game, they added something called the Dark Light, which you use to reveal invisible objects. So the Poltergust, for some reason, is missing this, and EGAD is now sending you into the lab to collect that.
Oh, on this staircase, if you turn backwards before sliding on it, for some reason, when you get back up like significantly faster than if you were just facing forward. Got the triple.
Nice. Yeah, that's a really tough triple to get. The blue ghost.
RNG dependent.
Yeah.
As I many times in this game. Most missions have like slight RNG in them that can like determine if you get like a world record in an IL or not. In full game runs, most of them don't matter, but that is an instance of where it matters. The next level has a lot of RNG.
Oh yeah,
probably
we'll be seeing a decent amount there.
Be like, would you say it's the worst level in the game to speedrun at least?
It's up there for sure. Way back when I started running this game, I thought it was B-Boss with there's a big giant staircase in B-Boss, but in A5, yeah, there's a lot of RNG in that one too. Like
nice.
30 seconds worth, I'd say, on average.
Sometimes more.
Yeah, definitely can be more than that.
I got a really fast sunglasses double because sometimes they can spawn like very far apart because of the boxes I mentioned earlier.
So now Blars has the Dark Light device, so he can reveal doors and paintings and whatever with that.
Another thing you can do is if a greenie has a shield, it's just a shield, right? Or like different forms it takes on. You can dark light the greenie and it'll reveal itself faster.
Hello.
Yeah, that's all the trick. So the green ghosts, they're very crafty. Definitely the most versatile ghost in the game. They'll pick up pots, pans, anything they can get their hands on to try to arm themselves. And sometimes their defenses are kind of tricky to get past. You have to let them attack, and then they'll leave an opening. The dark light is very interesting. If you shine the dark light on a greenie who is armed, sometimes they can lower their defenses to let you stun them. It's weird. They do this like little laughing animation. It's almost like the dark light is like tickling them or something. I don't know, dude.
That's a really weird way to describe it.
Oh, I mean, if you think about it, like, why do they do it? You know, why would they laugh at you when you put your dark light on them?
I mean, it makes a fair amount of sense.
Do they think it's funny?
So I skipped an animation and got a gold one there. By the way, am I really far ahead of the gameplay?
No, not that much on my end.
Okay.
Vicious says the dark light is laughing gas.
We drugged them. I mean, that's a pretty cool theory. So in this room, this is first boo we captured. Oh, what is that?
Yeah. So in the first game,
Look at that cutscene. I think it's because I took damage. I've not seen that.
Whoa, interesting. The boo was pink.
Yeah.
I saw that like years ago. I wasn't really sure why.
So this is the first boo we fight, and it's the first of two in any percent. You can like tug on his tongue and he bounces around. It's very different than the boos in Outlaw 1.
Definitely.
But they still have RNG. So in NG Plus, when you have like the Super Poltergust, one cycling is pretty much guaranteed. But here, when you only have the first gauge, it's a lot harder. I'd say other than that boo, this A4 is really nice. And after A4, you unlock the Scare Scraper, which causes an unskippable cutscene at the lab. So what we're going to do here when the game saves is we're going to exit out. So usually the fastest file to have for any percent or 100%, because you both exit out there, is file 1. But I have my NG Plus file at file 1, and you need a file for that for reasons I won't get into. But I have it on file 3 right now, which it probably loses me like 2 seconds throughout the round.
Yeah, it has the menu over to it every time, but that's okay.
How many times do you exit out? It's like 5? I think 5. Okay, this mission.
Yeah, 5.
CRNG.
One for intro.
Garage Kitchen, 44 webs. That's average. Okay, and there's ghosts.
Yeah, so here's A5. EGAT has noticed that there is an absurd amount of spiders and spider webs in the mansion. He wants you to get in there and clean those up. So that's the whole point of this mission. We're just sucking up webs. Blars got 44 webs, which I'd say is slightly above average, or like about average, maybe.
I'd say slightly below average.
Below, really? Okay.
Yeah, I think the lowest amount we've gotten is 37?
Something like that.
So the RNG you get here is dependent on 3 things. What rooms you get, the amount of webs you get, and the amount of ghosts you get. So normally you don't have to get the ghosts in each room, but if there's webs and ghosts in a room, you have to get the ghosts.
Yeah,
so ideally, all the ghost I think the ghost rooms like throughout the mansion stayed the same, but they show up in random spots. And ideally, those don't line up with any rooms that have webs. Unfortunately, off the bat, there were ghosts in garage as well as webs.
So the way that the RNG works, there's 3 ghost rooms that show up, and 2 extra web rooms. So there's like a set of web rooms that are the same every time.
Damn it!
That room will always have webs in it. Did you miss a web?
No. Oh my
Oh,
god.
the ghosts in the kitchen, I see, yeah.
I flashed and I got neither of them. I don't know how that's possible.
Yeah, so Blars getting really unlucky here, getting ghosts in the kitchen. This is the second ghost room that he's seen. So there's one more ghost room. Hopefully that's not also in a room that has webs.
Yeah, that's tough. Usually you get, I mean, I'd say average is one, right? Average is one ghost room.
One ghost room.
Oh, here's another. But I don't have to get this one, so it's okay.
Yeah, getting lucky there's no dining room ghosts here, so Blars can just ignore these ghosts.
Bedroom ghost time, Vicious says.
Nah, we've already seen all 3 ghost rooms, so we're
I thought there
guaranteed.
was like 4 or something.
Nope, only 3.
And a cool trick is you can get the web on floor 1 from up here. It's faster than getting it from below.
Yeah, just suck it up through the floor.
You know, if I did get 3 ghost rooms, I'm at 140 gold right now. If I just got like 40 more, probably I could have gotten a gold bone.
Yeah, that is the one small upside. In this game, you get a lot of gold from catching ghosts. So, in fact, that might be our primary source of gold. I'm not sure if we get more gold
Definitely is.
from anything else.
We don't go that out of our way 90% to get stuff, but ghosts make up a significant portion of it.
Yeah, because if you catch multiple ghosts at once, so at least a double or a triple, that's the most you can get is a triple. You can't get any more than that, unfortunately. But if you get a double or triple, each ghost in that multi-ghost suck-up will drop a single gold bar. Additionally,
Imagine E5, but you can suck up like 5 ghosts at a time.
Dude. Yeah, so what Blars is referencing is this really massive ghost fight in the E5 final room, the terrace. There's this really massive horde of ghosts that come out, like so many ghosts at once, like maybe 6, 7 ghosts all at once. And yeah, we can only capture 3 at a time. But it'd be insane if we could capture more at once.
Oh yeah.
Should we talk about the exact values you get from getting ghosts with gold?
I suppose, yeah. So, I mentioned the power surges earlier. Level 1 deals 10 damage, level 3 deals 50, level 2 does 20, I believe.
I think level 1 does like 12, level 2 does like 23, and level 3 does like 52.
Approximately, like those values, yeah. But aside from dealing that amount of damage, they also have a second property where if you defeat a ghost with a power surge, so you drain their health to 0 during that power surge, it will release extra gold with that. So the level 1 power surge will make a ghost drop 3 coins, level 2 will make it drop a gold bar, and level 3, this is the big one, will make it drop 3 gold bars. And that applies for every single ghost in the suck-up.
Shut up, Vicious. Yeah, and if you double or triple them, you get an extra gold bar.
Yeah, so you can get up to 180 gold in one triple. But that's like with maximum, like upgrades, maximum potential. We will not see that in any percent. Well, we might, but it's not necessary, really.
This mission is our first boss fight, right?
It is. So now that the mansion is all cleaned up, Egad has finally discovered where the, extra big power source of like paranormal activity is coming from in the mansion. He's found it's in the cellar. So he's given us the cellar key for the elevator. So we're gonna go down to there and see our first boss.
It's a big spider.
So this boss is kind of unique. For most of us who play it casually, a lot of us will remember spending, maybe even like up to an hour or so, like trying to figure this fight out. It's a big puzzle, but because we're speedrunners, we already know exactly what to do.
As a wee lad, I thought this boss was rather scary. Okay.
That's right with the
So
spider.
what
Right
I'm going to
there.
be doing is I'm going to be taking like an adequate amount of damage throughout the fight, so I can get a um, 1 star. In a 1 star, well, you might have noticed that you get a certain star rank at the end of missions, and that's dependent on the score. That's like how many ghosts you sucked up, how much damage you took, how much gold you got. And the 1 star animation at the end of the mission is a shorter animation. So when possible, without losing a lot of time, we try to go for a 1 star.
It's not a big deal. It only saves like a second or so.
Yeah, but it's a free time save here.
True. Might as well go for it.
I'm not sure if I took enough damage here. I took like 100, I think.
So you may have noticed by now the whole idea of this fight is to burn the web that the spider is sitting on in the back. For this final phase, there's a little trick that we can do. Normally you're supposed to ignite the web to free the knight on the left there, but Blars is going to take this web ball, light it on fire, and blow it into the back wall. So it skips having to use the knight. The third knight back there, I mean.
It is a little harder in any percent than in other categories, because you need to blow it in there. It needs to touch the web before the spider has a chance to be spotted. Because you might have seen him like sweep it away, or like do a little animation with his arms. That was him trying to sweep it away. Yeah, I think I'm ahead of Banana's run right now.
Oh, there you go.
Could you check?
Shoutouts to Banana, by the way. Really good runner in our community.
That was an alright A-boss. I missed some spinning cycles. Could you check how far ahead of Banana I am? It was a 31:10 A-press. Wait, no, it wasn't. I'm using the timer like I'm playing it.
It'll be about the same.
No, it was a 31:25. So I think I'm like 15 seconds ahead of the gameplay. At least on the Twitch stream, I'm probably less. I think I'm ahead of Gold Pates right now, because I have 1500. And we need to get our first upgrade at the end of B2, and we're at B1. So this is our second mansion. It's Haunted Towers. I'm going to go for Frame Perfect Key thing right here. See if I can do it. Nope.
Yeah, so going back to what I said earlier, there's 5 mansions in this game. Each of them is going to have a Dark Moon piece, just like the one that we got back in A-Boss at the end there.
And the lore of this mansion is that, it was overgrown by plants and now infested by ghosts. Is there anything else to the lore?
A little bit. There's like some kind of, I don't know if you want to call it dark, but there is some ghosts in this mansion. Really unique ghosts. You don't see this type of ghost anywhere else in the game. I'm talking about B3. We'll see a group of ghosts called the Three Sisters. Very unique. Almost like portrait ghosts from the first game. You don't see them in any other mission.
Okay, I am behind Banana. Thank you,
Yeah,
Vicious.
there might be some lore behind the Three Sisters.
Okay, this is Greenhouse Skip. You want to talk about it?
Yeah, Greenhouse Skip. So this is a skip that I actually found back in 2015, 2016, something like that, a really long time ago. Found it by accident. You skip a scare animation using these objects.
That
And
took a while. It was really scary.
so yeah, you really don't want to get scared. When those objects fall down, Luigi gets scared. and there's 3 jump scares. So Blars did a skip for the second jump scare, but it takes the game some time to set up for the third one. So he runs past the trigger for the third jump scare before it even becomes active. And because of that, the rooms is still waiting for that third jump scare. Usually there's an ambush at the very end of the room after the third jump scare, but because we skip it, the ambush doesn't happen, so we skip a little ghost fight there. Pretty cool.
That was really scary. I thought I wasn't gonna get it because the first express I did, if you're like close to the trigger but you don't hit it, it's alright because you can back up, go forward, and you'll probably hit it. But I was pretty far away from it.
Yeah, it's not like the most precise thing, but
recover
it's still scary.
Especially in full game runs. So I flashed that ghost before it came out, well, like right when I was coming out of the pipe, and it had a shovel, so I didn't have to deal with that. Just came out them right away.
Yeah, it's where the game takes like a moment before the ghost actually gets their defenses. We'll see that again in the next room.
Oh,
There's
right.
a fucking... Yeah, there's a greenie with the bucket on it. Huh?
That's how that happened.
Yeah, the game doesn't load their defenses right away. Or
I
something
thought it
like
happened
that.
just cause. So this room up here is on a cycle. You need to get some like, what would you call it, like sludge in a bucket, and
Yeah.
it drops in cycles, and you need to get the fastest cycle if you don't want to lose time. Oh, that's really good. I'm definitely gonna get it. Okay, I got it, but I slipped. That cycle's really tight in 90%. It's not tight in when you have the super poltergust, but when you don't. And then this is going to be the first time we see a gobbler. Gobbler has 100 health, and it's like this big boy.
Yellow. Ciao. I do it.
Yeah, I don't see them too often. They only show up in like...
Vicious,
maybe,
shut up.
Yeah, like 3 or 4 missions throughout the whole game. But they still exist.
Wait, am I allowed to curse?
I'd keep it to a minimum, but yeah.
Okay.
Yellow.
As long as you're
That was
not
a bit
like,
of a
being
rough
offensive.
one.
That's the main thing.
Okay.
I did it.
But yeah, that was B1, a job for a plumber. We fixed the water pump, so that's why it's called that. Haunted Towers is a very interesting, like, I don't know what you want to call it, like system for like the power. So the water will fix the electricity in the mansion, so we can now access more areas, which we'll see in B2. Well, actually, we'll try to see in B2. Lars, would you like to tell us about what happens in B2?
B2? So, in B1 you wanted to raise the water level to like raise this platform to get into the hollow tree, which is because that's where the staircase is located. But in B2, when you try to open the pinwheel, these blue ghosts called hiders come and steal it, and you have to go get them.
Yep, so now that's the whole idea of this mission. We're going to be trying to get those pinwheel veins back.
Yellow. Ciao.
This is one of my favorite missions. I think it's really fun to speedrun. So we're going down here first to get the first one. This is probably the most out of the way one.
So
And I
there's a
get
little
a double
trick.
fear.
Yeah, with the first pinwheel vein. When Blars catches the blue ghost and they drop their pinwheel vein, he's going to stand in a specific spot for the pinwheel vein to drop on top of him. While Luigi is
Okay,
doing
fast
the
one, go.
animation for clearing the room, Luigi catches the piece. Usually Luigi does a little animation for picking it up, but it's skipped because, well, Luigi was busy being relieved that the room was clear.
I don't know why that happens, but something interesting I noticed is that it doesn't happen if you go get the boo first. Like the boo that's down the hall there.
Really?
Yeah,
Interesting.
so that might be part of it.
Yeah, the way that animations work in this game, like their precedence, their priority, it's very bizarre. I'm not sure exactly how things are ordered in terms of like how important the animation takes.
Probably not very well.
Yeah. Because like some animations you can skip, some animations you actually can't skip. Game's really particular. Blars handling that triple very well. That's a very tough triple. With
It
the
is
gobber and the
actually
tube.
difficult. 2 out of the 3 passes. Last one comes.
I do it.
Nice. And
No,
now Blars is
Vicious,
up.
we hate Miyamoto. He was the one who had the idea for the boss, right?
Yeah. Miyamoto is
Huh?
the reason why we have to deal with the RNG at the end of this mansion.
Didn't
We'll
they
be
have
seeing
like
that
a
in the
cool
boss
plan,
mission.
and then Miyamoto was like, "What if we didn't?"
I'm not sure how far along their plan was, but originally the team developing this game, Next Level Games, they had a idea for a boss. It was like a plant-themed boss, but Miyamoto said that that was too generic and too predictable. So
They
the
needed to have it
idea
as
that he
staircase.
suggested was to make like the stairs the boss. So kind of interesting in theory, but not too great for a speedrun.
It's so weird.
Because
Having a
yeah, the stairs are
staircase for
randomized,
boss.
so it's not the best. We'll see that though in B-Boss once that comes up.
B-Boss is a tricky stage.
Yeah, there's also a trick in that mission, so we'll talk more about that once
rather
that's coming
inconsistent.
up. Rather, that's an understatement.
Oh shit. Am I gonna get the gold before it expires?
I do it.
I'm not gonna go for a staircase hit.
Really?
Well, I mean, I'll go for it like when I go back down, but
Okay, yeah, you won't like go for it, but you'll go for it.
like go for it.
Right.
So here we're gonna be getting a gold bone, and you can get it during like while they spawn. So it's slower. It's still slower RTA, but it's much faster than doing it anywhere else. And we actually recently discovered that it's faster for the in-game time.
Yeah, which we still don't like have a definite ruling on. I don't think it's kind of in a limbo state at the moment. We don't know if we want to allow that for Isles or not yet.
Of course we do. I
Of
thought we
course we
decided
do.
it. Yeah.
I know which side Blars is on.
Oh yeah.
That was a pretty good V2, right? So I feel like something went wrong, but I forget what it was.
Ciao. Oh yes.
I don't know.
I did it.
Well, I got a lot of gold there.
Yeah, definitely worth a reset.
Only $20. What is YOLO staircase skill?
Yeah. Wow.
I can buy like 18 McChickens with that, yo. That's crazy.
How many chicken nuggets do you think you can buy? I actually don't know. Maybe like 60. Probably more. I have a lot of gold right now. I think this run has world record potential. because world record isn't the best run right now.
Alright, that's exciting. We'll see though, B3 has a little bit of RNG. This is the second
That's
big
an understatement too.
RNG factor of the run after A5.
I think it's the last big one.
Yeah. But yeah, B3, this is the mission I was referring to earlier with the three sisters. So, once we get to the back of the mansion, there's a little graveyard, and we'll see the three sisters there. Like I said, very, very unique set of ghosts in the game. We don't see like character ghosts or I don't know what you want to call them exactly, portrait style character ghosts like that anywhere else in the game.
Okay, I will be going right side. I'm a firm believer in the right side.
So there's a 50% chance that each of these stairs will spawn a ghost.
Yes. Hell yeah.
Let's
That's
go.
1 in 8 RNG.
Yeah, Blars getting very lucky, not spawning a ghost on any of those stairs. That's good.
I'm gonna go for ball catch here. So you can actually catch this ball. Oh, am I gonna get it? I think it's too far forward. I still got it. So you can catch that ball before Luigi's supposed to do a big sigh. But if you push the ball and have it at the right position and press right or press R right before the call, Luigi takes out his vacuum really fast before the animation and you can skip it.
Yeah, that's a really good one to skip. That animation takes like 3 seconds.
Right side is the best. Okay, this puts me in a really good position for world record, I think. Because this was one of the tricky spots. So, this is the first time we're going to see Toad. We probably should have mentioned this is a Toad escort mission. So there are 4 Toad escort missions in the game, and this is the first one. And Toad, he's not the best. We kind of hate him, but we have to get him.
Yeah, so Toad, the thing about Toad is that he'll sometimes get lost. He won't follow you the best, or like he'll get scared easily. So really have to watch out for him, make sure he's not, you know, getting distracted by anything.
We've learned how to manage him pretty well.
Yeah. So even though we make him out to be a big deal, he's not that bad.
Damn.
So here's the 3 sisters.
In any percent, I'd flash, or not in any percent, in New Game Plus, I flash no matter the ghost. But here, I always wait until the lowest health goes. So
they all have a different amount of health. The yellow ghost
one has 50, the blue one has 100, and the pink one has 150.
Yeah, so definitely better to catch the small one first.
I did get best RNG on the staircase, but worst RNG here.
Oh yeah, that's rough.
But I'd much rather have good RNG on the staircase than... This fight can be really tricky, especially for new runners. Because to do it optimal, you need to know how to surf and like manipulate where the ghosts go. To an extent, at least.
Yeah, because while you're catching one of the 3 sisters, the others will attack you. And if you're not skilled with like dodging their attacks or surfing away from them, they can get you pretty easily.
Okay, good. I have Toad in a good position here. I can just pick him up and go down the hole.
Are you going to be going for the gold bone at the end of this mission?
I am.
Yeah, so B3 is kind of tricky to get a gold bone in. There's not too many objects that you can search at the end for a gold bone.
The end actually has a chance to not give you a gold bone if a bat is in it. So if that happens, you're kind of screwed.
Yeah, so...
Let's see if it gives me one.
Yeah.
It does. Oh, I should probably talk about pivot cancels. We haven't talked about that yet. So if you tap R before you want, like, or during, well, like while Luigi is turning, he'll turn to that, like, snap to that direction instantly. And it's used in a ton of places in the game.
Oh,
Yeah, so
yellow.
the game doesn't have, just like the first game, there's not like a whole lot of movement tech that we have, but like the biggest thing we do have is pivot cancels. So yeah, like Blars said, we tap R or L just to blow or suck with the vacuum cleaner a little bit, and that makes Luigi snap to the direction that you are like blowing or sucking towards. And yeah, when you want to change direction very quickly, like out of a door or out of an animation, um, it's like a very good way to immediately start going the direction that you want because Luigi like kind of like turns when he turns, if that makes sense. Like he'll take these really wide angles and like kind of
Like
loop around.
in the first game, Luigi just like always snaps to the direction you hold on the control stick.
To an extent, yes. There's
I mean,
like a
like
little.
sometimes there's like a little turnaround, but nothing like this game.
Yeah, I'd say it's definitely more exaggerated in this game. There is still a little bit of like looping, sort of
I'd
movement.
compare it to like Mario 64, when you're like almost at full speed and then you hit the other direction, he does like a semicircle.
Yeah, that's a really good comparison. I'd say Mario 64 is even more exaggerated than Dark Moon, though.
Oh,
Mario 64, you have like the little skid. If you like change direction, Mario will do like a skid.
Yeah, if you're
We don't
going at
have
like
that.
top walking speed, right?
Yeah.
In this room, there's Rumpus Skip. Do we know why we don't know why Rumpus Skip happens, right?
I have a theory. Yeah,
Any
Rumpus
theory?
Skip.
Do you want to share?
This is another skip that I also found, again on accident. So the second two greenies that pop out, if you catch both of those greenies together, there's still more ghosts after.
Whatever.
Oh, I guess you went for the triple, yeah. So if you catch the second two ghosts at least that come out together, you don't have to catch the others that are still in the room, and you can just leave. That paranormal gate that's blocking the door, it's not there for some reason. My theory for this is that there's like a very little brief instance where there's no ghosts in the room at all. Like it takes some time to spawn in the
That's
second
true. That's a great theory.
ghost. So like the room is like empty. So the game's like, all right, room's clear, and then just kind of like drops the gate. That's my theory, anyways.
How many hide or fast lookups do you think I'll get in this room?
2.
2?
Okay, 2.
I'll go 2 as well. That's 1. Two. I think they're kind of easier with the regular poltergeist.
I'd agree, yeah.
3. Damn.
You got them all.
I know with the super poltergeist, how big would you say the window is to release?
I don't know. Like, based on my like little research with fast lookups, like I did this a long time ago, but there's more dependence to a fast lookup than the frame that you release are on, if you're doing the release method.
I think like how fast you're draining the health at the time also has an effect.
Yeah, so like the window to do it is definitely dependent on multiple variables, which is why
I'd
they're
say hiders are probably like the
Yeah.
most consistent in that way.
To an extent, I'd agree. Yeah. Doesn't make them any easier though. I think they're really difficult.
I think they're adequately difficult.
Yeah.
I'm considering getting a gold. I mean, skipping the gold bronze.
Yeah, you're doing really well in gold. You had a lot after V2.
I had like 3,000, right? I think I'll skip it.
That sounds about right. So yeah, this
You got
is
that?
I guess we can talk a little bit about this mission. Actually, there's a new ghost that we'll see soon. Should we talk about that?
Sneaker. He like scares you. He sneaks up on you.
Yeah, so
He's
this type of
purple.
ghost likes to turn invisible, the Sneaker. So we can't see them, we just have to kind of feel where they are. You can kind of
Oh,
see
we
them
can
with the
see it in the
ripples.
pool, and they
Yeah.
spawn in consistent places here.
But yeah, this type of ghost is really critical to catch early in groups of ghosts, because the Sneaker will sneak up on you and scare you and make you drop any ghosts that you're capturing. So
They're quite annoying.
yeah, very important to catch this ghost quickly.
They're only really an issue like that in E5 in the terrace, which we might reference more in the run. It's just like a huge enemy gauntlet at the end of the game.
Yeah, E5 Terrace is really like the pinnacle of Dark Moon ghost fighting.
Say it's like the climax of the run.
Blars, you missed a
damn it,
gold bar.
Vicious. He's right. Oh no. I'm so behind on gold now.
Alright, yeah, so that was before. We skipped a little cutscene at the end there. So that was the first time, if we watched the cutscene, that we saw a ghost in this game called Polterpup. So the Polterpup is a very playful, like, little ghost. We'll see them
We
a
have a
couple
love-hate
times.
relationship with him.
Yeah, we'll see Polterpup a couple times throughout the run, but basically the Polterpup stole the key that we collected at the end of that mission. So now we're going into B5 trying to chase down the Polterpup, get our key back. And this is a special key. This key will lead us to the boss.
And see the tracks that he made in it, like, you can see like which objects he went into. Like in this room right here, you could see where he went by using the dark light, but he goes in predetermined locations, so we can just search them.
Yeah, everyone loves Polterpup. If you were watching the Luigi's Mansion 3 speedrun coming up tomorrow with Twisted Elf, you'll be able to see Polterpup again there.
Polterpup is so much more of a homie in that game.
Yeah.
That triple was really nice because all the gold just landed right in front of me. So, probably in like 40 seconds, you'll be able to see another skip in the game. It's called Conservatory Skip, and the trigger for the ghost fight that happens is slightly smaller than the box where you can press X to enter the door. So if you stand slightly outside the trigger and press X for the door, then you can just go through the trigger and to the next room.
Yeah, this is a really cool skip as well. You get to see the ghosts spawn actually as you just bypass them. So watch out for that.
I drew a bit of a janky setup here, so if it works. Got it.
Nice, yes, very cool skip. That was found by Banana back in 2017, I believe, when he joined. I believed that skip was possible for a very long time. When I was doing runs, I saw that when I would go to that door, the little X prompt to go through the door would sometimes show up. And I thought to myself, if I do it just right, maybe I could go through the door. But I was using the wrong approach. I was always running straight to the door and just trying to get it. Banana realized if you take a slow approach and walk to it, you can get it every time.
So in this room, Polterpup can show up in 3 locations. And just by the initial tracks, we can see like which bed he's in. if you memorize all 3 of the different patterns. And the reason I went to that bed over there is to skip an animation, because Luigi goes, "Oh yeah," and if you grab a cloth, they can skip it. Is there any other way to skip that animation besides cloth and searching an object?
Now.
I mean, there's a really special case of B2 with skipping that one.
I did it.
With the first pinwheel vein animation skip. Combining animations, that's it. Yeah, if you combine 2 animations together, sometimes it'll skip one of them. Not always, but it sometimes will skip one.
When it feels like it.
Yeah. So
Vicious, can you check pace now?
in 100%, 100% adds a lot of extra stuff they have to worry about, namely booze, gems, even more gold. So when you're collecting gems, sometimes there's other objects in the room, like keys, that you can grab with the gem, and it'll skip the animation for picking up one of them.
Okay. This mission, I'm not gonna talk very much. I'm just gonna focus.
Right. So this is B-Boss. So we got the key from the Porter Cup. And
What? 4 in a row. What the hell?
Yeah, boys got really lucky there with the first set of stairs. So these stairs are all randomized. The correct one is, 1 1/3, whichever side it is.
It actually
They do
lost
reveal
the time,
themselves.
but it's fun.
The fires that are not lit up are the ones that are correct. So you have to look at those. Eventually they'll reignite, and you won't be able to tell which one's correct. So it's sort of like a memorization thing. So really test the
Oh, I
memory.
was so close to staircase skip there. So close.
Ooh, yeah. Dang, yeah. So you saw Blars slowed down a whole lot while going down that stair. So you kind of bump off of the banister.
Oh, Banana gets
and-
staircase skip in his run, I forgot.
And if you get just
That's-
enough momentum to cancel out with that bump, Luigi will stop on the landing, and it lets you just run all the way up to the top. It's really cool, but really inconsistent. So inconsistent, we have no idea how to fix it. We have that little setup for it that Blars used there, but that's about it.
Okay, I know the pattern. This room takes a lot of practice to memorize stuff.
Yeah, Jake says in chat, I have a theory about staircase skip. It's Luigi's slow animation.
I don't know if I agree with that theory.
I think I agree with it. I don't know. That's sounds right to me, but we'll never know. We don't have any idea on how to do it properly. So
The game doesn't really have the proper tools for it.
yeah. But I do think that's a good theory, Jake, because we're running into a wall at the same time that animation happens, which in other scenarios has proved to yield slow animations.
Okay. Yeah,
Which I won't go into, but yeah, slow animations are a thing.
This is definitely world record pace if I keep it up. I knew there was a pretty high chance that if I did this in a marathon, I could get world record.
Yeah, unfortunately, it's just kind of luck at that point. Staircase skip.
I'm not sure if it's worth it to go for staircase skip in runs, because if you go for it, it loses 6 or 7, 6 seconds over not attempting it. Because if you don't attempt it, you can just run straight down the staircase on on a level you've already done, and the animation for it is faster, as well as you not having to fight a ghost.
Okay, Blars catching the second boss ghost. These ghosts, I guess we should have mentioned this before, they're called possessors. So they
You'll
possess.
never guess what they do.
Wow, yeah. So yeah, Blars getting the second Dark Moon piece there. So we'll be moving on to the third mansion after that, but first, a little bit more on the possessors. Um, kind of, honestly, this game's weak point, in my opinion, and a lot of people's would agree with this, but the boss ghosts in this game being just possessors is kind of lackluster. You know, the first one was pretty cool with like the spider and like the puzzle that it was, but then they get a little bit less interesting. They're just all the same ghost basically.
Vicious, how am I compared to Banana now?
Yeah,
Oh, by the way, I'm comparing to Banana because his run is more consistent, and my run is all over the place in my paces.
Yeah.
Because I had 14 seconds ahead. Okay, it's very comfortable.
But yeah, we're going into the third mansion now. This is called Old Clockworks. So we'll be getting the third Dark Moon piece here.
You were saying the other day that this is like the biggest mansion, right?
I'd say so. This mansion is very like sprawling. I'd say, like other mansions like Gloomy and Gloomy Manor. That was the first mansion we were in. We saw a lot of that mansion several times. We were like hanging out in the same places a whole lot in that mansion. Old Clockworks.
And Gloomy's also a lot more generic.
Yeah, we'll not be doing that in this mansion. We'll be going everywhere. Like C1, C2, C3, all go into very different places of the mansion.
C4 is like the only mission that like repeats where we've been. All the other places have like completely new areas.
Mhm.
Even the boss mission.
Yeah, so Old Clockwork's definitely the most diverse, I'd say. Definitely my favorite mansion. Although some others would disagree. Some people don't like this mansion. From a speedrunning standpoint, I should say.
I think my favorite is either Haunted or Treacherous. Haunted has a lot of RNG, but at the same time, it's like, other than that, it's really nice. I just remembered that Golden picked it up.
So here we're checking out the clock tower gate.
Can't
Egad
believe
notices. Yeah, go ahead.
I can't believe Gloomy Vicious likes Gloomy.
Yeah. So Egad notices the clock hands are missing. So now it's not so easy. Like what Egad was expecting us to just waltz in there and fight the boss. The boss is behind that clock.
Damn it.
So now the whole idea of this mansion is that we're trying to recover the pieces for the clock. We won't get a piece in this mission. However, we will get a item called the Special Compass, which will allow us to go into another part of the mansion to look for it, or to look for some pieces for the clock.
Okay, this room is gonna probably not be the best in any percent. I think this is harder to do in any percent.
Yeah, so Blars is now in
the
the cargo room. There's a little trick that we can do here.
So there's a slammer that spawns under the sand, and you can flash him with the bomb while he's under the sand, and it saves quite a lot of time. Probably more than you think. This can work. Yeah.
Nice.
Oh, I didn't quite get that gold. I don't know what fell through the floor. I do have enough to get the gold bone in the next room. Hello? Those spirit balls can be nasty.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't have enough shit. Oh, never mind, I do.
So definitely a really big RNG factor of C1 speedruns, especially.
What? Hold on. You can usually get that, but spider spawn in there, I got unlucky.
So here we're seeing a couple
Yeah, I
more
don't have to
sneakers.
exit out here, do I?
Oh.
Do I have to exit out
C1,
here?
usually you get
No.
in C2. You might.
Well, I know, but like my gold base is so high.
Yeah, I haven't been checking.
Oh yeah.
I don't think so. I think it's gonna be close, but I don't think I have to. Okay, I should lay off on the gold, definitely. Maybe you shouldn't have gotten that gold bone again.
I will say, doing a home menu reset when you don't have to only loses 10 seconds.
Ciao.
But at the same,
Oh yeah.
but waiting until you do it,
I did
but
it.
like waiting until you find out only loses like 10 seconds either. So I'd say that's unnecessary. Maybe a little more than 10 seconds. I don't think
This
I
is
need-
quite
I
a
think
bit
I'm,
more than
like,
10 seconds.
I think I'm in the mid 3800s.
Yeah. So for those of you just tuning in, wondering what we're talking about, home menu resets are used to avoid unskippable cutscenes in the bunker. So after every single mission, you return to the bunker,
Yeah, I was
have
right.
a little like chat with Egad. Nice, we're good. So Blars didn't have to worry about that here. But usually you can just skip right through that, just like Blars did there, and we're good. However, if you get enough gold to get an upgrade, the cutscene becomes unskippable because it wants to tell you about this new upgrade that you got. So yeah, in those cases, it's faster just to close the game and reopen it after it saves at the end of the mission.
Where did he go? Ah!
So now we're in C2, going into a new part of the mansion. We got the special compass, which allows us to go down into this storm cellar, leading to the rest of the mansion. Or not even the rest of the mansion. There's still so much more. But to this
So
part.
for my practice, I only did up to C1 because, you know, I didn't want to do the rest.
Oh.
So I don't know how this surf is gonna work. Oh, we haven't done a surf yet in the run, have we? So
No
you
surf?
can have like a ghost drag you faster than running speed. It's very cool. Hopefully it works. Did not work. Did not cooperate.
Yeah.
I shouldn't have gotten that gold.
So ghost surfing goes by a lot of different names. Yeah, basically it's when a ghost is just dragging you around. And like Blars said, it is faster than running. So if you can get a ghost to drag you in the direction that you want to go, that's great. But it's really finicky. Like, it's difficult to control exactly which way the ghost will go. It's definitely not random.
I believe
Huh?
it's determined by the ghost's angle before you press A for the dodge.
I think so too. Yeah, I don't think it's random.
It's definitely not random. It's manipulatable, but
Mhm.
inconsistently.
Yeah, it takes a lot of like knowledge and sense to feel how exactly it changes.
So this room is just a big auto scroller.
Yeah, this is basically the only. Well, there's a couple others kind of like this, but this is like the only real auto scroller in the game. Have to fight these ghosts as the sand rises up.
So, oh, I forgot. I need to maximize the amount of gold I get.
I want to talk about the gold greenie that shows up here.
Oh, nice. I really needed that heart at 95 health. Thank you. So in this game, you can get hearts instead of gold, and it can, depending on like how much health you have at the time. If you have 100, it's impossible, but if you have anything below that, then the less health you have, the more likely it is. Yeah, Jake is right. The thing does say
Yeah, I
Luigi's
got it.
mission. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. That
Alright, yeah,
barely
thanks for letting
worked.
me know, Jake. I updated that.
That was a little scary. Okay, I'm not getting as much gold here as I hoped, but that's probably fine. Okay. Let's see if I can do this. Get at least the first ghost. Move! Need to get it on. Move. No!
Yeah, having a lot of trouble here with the web ball, so
It's so bad with the normal poltergust. Oh my god.
yeah, so one difference, the super poltergust not only just makes the vacuum stronger, you deal damage to ghosts
Okay.
like quicker,
That was so not worth it.
but it also doesn't push objects as quickly. So that little web ball is
The little
very,
meltdown.
yeah, difficult to push with the regular one.
Don't hit me. Thank you. Luigi with like a little mic drop.
I've never seen that before. Just held the flashlight straight down.
Oh, yellow. Ciao. Oh, phew.
So yeah,
Yeah, that was a great C2.
yeah.
I did it.
At the end of that mission, we skipped a little cutscene. When Luigi opened up the coffin, or the tomb, or there's a name for it, right? It's sarcophagus, is that it? Anyways, when he opened up uh, the thing at the end of the mission there was a ghost that came out of there. And it was holding one of the pieces that we need for the clock. So we're going to be chasing down that ghost in this next mission, C3.
I'm kind of scared. I don't want to miss it. So there's like a big, probably the biggest trick in any percent at the end of this mission. It's another use of EGAD storage that we mentioned earlier. But you'll just wait to see it. Probably speaks for itself.
Yeah, I'll start talking about that once we get closer to it.
So in this mission, there's like a long hallway you make your way down. You can't move up the hallway, like, because it will push you back, but you have to move through rooms beside it to reach the end of the hallway to get a key.
Yeah, the whole hallway's like a
Yellow.
conveyor belt that like goes against you every time you try to go up it.
Oh, yeah. Wow.
But if you try to go down, of course you're fine.
Oh, oh.
It's kind of deceiving because the floor isn't like always moving, so it's not like a regular conveyor belt in that sense.
It only moves when you move on it.
Yeah.
Oh, phew.
So yeah, the key in the back of this hallway is our goal. Trying to get that key so we can unlock the door to get down to the ghost that we saw. Who is the ancient poltergeist, the second of the 3 poltergeist varieties in the game. I suppose a little bit of brief introduction for the fight. The fight with the ancient poltergeist comes in 3 cycles. So you deal a certain number of damage to the ghost, or to the ancient poltergeist, and they will end the cycle, go back into the sand, and you have to deal with their attacks again. for them to come back out of the sea and deal more damage to them. Rinse and repeat. So we have a skip for that to get the fight done in one cycle. Technically, we could do it in 0. We can't actually do it, but we could drain all of the Poltergeist health in the 0th cycle, basically before the fight even begins. We can defeat the Ancient
But it
Poltergeist.
soft locks the game.
The problem is that it soft locks us, so we have to leave just a little bit of HP on the 0th cycle. Let the Poltergeist do his thing, do his attack in the 1st cycle, and then capture him once he's vulnerable.
I'm so nervous. I haven't done this in like 9 months.
Yep, so it revolves around a trick called EGAD storage, which we saw back in A2. Blars is going to move a gem over to the beginning of the fight. There's a cutscene at the beginning of this fight, which, if you remember what we said earlier,
The first time you collect, we should probably mention that the first time you collect a gem, you get cost.
Yeah.
And with the
So
gold button that we saw earlier.
You need to collect, or when you collect this gem at the beginning of this cutscene, EGAD calls you the first time you catch or you collect a gem. So it's just perfect. We get this gem right when we go into the cutscene. EGAD calls you, and we get EGAD storage there. EGAD storage like pauses the game, of course, usually. So the ghost will be like frozen in place, and while the Ancient Poltergeist is frozen, Blars will be able to deal some damage.
Okay, got it. And you only have a certain amount of A presses here. Please get it, please. Okay, that looks good, right?
Nice, yes.
Okay, nice.
Excellent. Very nice to see that. So glad you got that. That's such a cool skip. That was found by Banana. One of the
That was such a stressor for me.
a few applications of EGAD storage, and honestly, in my opinion, the coolest trick in the run, the coolest trick in Dark Moon, actually. Like, really, props to Blars for getting that. So yeah, really cool. Really glad you got that. But yeah, that is our first clock piece. That was the minute hand, I believe. But yeah, the Ancient Poltergeist dropped the clock piece that we need.
I don't think Polterpup is long enough to swallow the minute hand.
What?
Because he swallows the hour hand.
Oh, wait, Polter grabs that.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. Okay. So never mind. We did not actually get that piece yet. Polterpup steals that from us. Just like the key from B5 or excuse me, B4.
Yeah, they stole 2 hands, so we spent 2 missions tracking down one, and here's the other.
Yeah.
What?
So we'll be chasing Polterpup here in C4 to get.
There's another surf here, but I don't think I'm gonna get it. You can surf all the way to the end of the mission. There's no way I get this. Yeah. It's pretty much, it's so hard in 90%, pretty much impossible.
Actually, I think I want to correct myself. I think that piece that we got in C3, I'm pretty sure we did actually get that. I think this is just a new piece here in C4 that we're going
Yeah,
for.
it is.
Yeah, it's the hour hand, I'm pretty sure.
It is the hour hand. I wasn't looking at my screen. And Polterpup's in here.
So basically the whole idea of these Polterpup missions is you're just chasing the dog down, trying to find their hiding place.
It's a lot more fun when you're doing it casually. Here it kind of looks like we're just going to random rooms and checking
Yeah.
objects.
So, by a casual player, you'd have to use the dark light to track down the paw prints, which are only visible with the dark light. Kind of like tracks leading to where the Bullpup is.
Yeah, both of the Polterpup animations, I got the slow one. There's one where he like tackles you and licks your face, and there's another one where he runs between your legs. The one where he licks your face is like a second faster, I think.
Yeah, it's pretty significant.
So both in B5 and here in C4, we got the slow animation. Not a big deal though. I'm kind of nervous for C5 as well.
C5, what about it? The skip?
Yeah.
Yeah, so what Blars is talking about, there's another skip in C5. We call it maintenance skip. Kind of a tricky one. I believe Banana also found that one. Banana has found a lot for this game.
I also found staircase skip.
Yeah. Really big glitch hunter back for us in the day.
I have good history with maintenance skip, you could say.
But here, finally catching the Bullpup, getting that minute hand.
See, that's a surf. That I did there was a surf. It's a lot easier to do an any percent because in NG plus you only gauge him once, and you see he only turned after I did it once. So that might be any percent exclusive, I'm not sure.
You might be able to do like a single power surge, like level 1.
Yeah, that's an idea. And you can, because while you're going down there, you're probably draining his health more, so maybe you can only do a green one after that.
Yep.
Okay,
So,
C5, one of the hardest missions in the game, I'd say.
yeah, it's a long one too.
Like
So,
the second longest?
it's up there.
There's only 2 missions above 6 minutes at the current moment, right?
Wait, yeah, if E3, or excuse me, E2, is that sub
E2,
6?
yeah, it's sub 6.
Okay, then yeah, it's just D3 and C5
Mm-hmm.
are the 2 longer ones.
And D3 is like way longer than any other mission,
Yeah.
at least in game time.
So I guess a little bit about this mission, C5. So we're going into here. We already have the minute hand and the hour hand. However, we need another piece called the rotor. The rotor is going to be used to turn the minute and the hour hand to a specific time on the clock. Although one interesting thing we'll find in this mission, eventually we'll find there's another toad waiting for us, actually. So this is the second.
Were we told there's a toad before the mission?
Second of the 4 toad escort missions. I'm not sure.
I know in E2 he's
Yeah.
like, there is 1 toad in this mission, no more, and then there's 2.
Yeah, EGAD, definitely not the best employer.
I almost got that cycle, but not quite.
So would not recommend working for EGAD. He does not treat the toads very well.
He really doesn't.
Yeah.
He kind of just sends them off places, and all of them get captured.
Yeah.
Yeah, I barely missed that cycle, but that cycle doesn't actually save time because of how that cycle, like, the gear ahead of me lines up.
Yeah, that's okay.
This whole room is cycle-based.
Yeah. Orange, you're right. Luigi also just sort of throws the toads around.
Yeah. they kind of are treated as tools at our disposal. So
Basically, yeah. The toads are part of the puzzle.
yeah, no more.
No more. Oh,
And I'm kind of fine with that, but it's maybe
nah,
not the
nah.
most
We
humane thing.
need some toad appreciation here.
We actually don't. Okay, yeah, but we're gonna rescue him from a painting in this room, and then we're gonna turn around. Because if you had Toad at the beginning of the mission, it would actually be really short. But we need to track down Toad and bring him to the beginning for the puzzle.
Yeah, the rotor piece is actually impossible to get without Toad. Although the interesting thing about this Toad, and I am serious when I say this Toad has an irrational fear of clocks. That's right.
It's so, yeah, and he sent him to Clockworks. This is why Yad is not a good employer.
Come on.
Yeah. So, this Toad, if you lead the Toad to any like dangerous places with clocks, Toad will freak out. So that is one thing to keep in mind.
It's why maintenance skip works, right?
It
'Cause
is
he,
actually.
like,
Yeah. So,
okay, oh, I forgot about it. Now I'm reminded.
so I can talk about maintenance skip. So in this room, there's a little ghost fight. Usually you're supposed to take Toad onto the big gear piece, send him over to the other side. However, there's a little ghost fight that triggers when you do that. So we're going to avoid doing that and go back into this corner, shoot Toad onto the gear piece.
Okay, I think I can still record if I get it like third try, but no more.
And Toad is really afraid of the big gear piece in the center, so tries to run, but because the bridge is down, Toad just sort of falls off. There's a spot that he can get stuck. So if Toad gets stuck in that spot,
Yeah,
he'll just sort of like flail all about, and then the game realizes, oh, probably should do something about that. So it
I only get it
respawns
first
Toad.
try like 50% of the time, so that's really nice.
So that's awesome. Got it
It
big.
is awesome. This run is looking to be in a really good spot right now. I'll have Vicious check the time we're at like, after Clockwork.
So yeah, here we have another Ghost Gauntlet.
This
lots
one's
of waves
pretty
of
tame
ghosts.
though.
Yeah, basically just lots of different variants of greenies. Guess we should talk about the shielded greenies coming up. So there's a variant of greenies that have shields. You have to do a power surge on them to break the shield, and then you do damage to them.
What? That's a 90% moment.
Yeah.
Oh well. Mummies. These are probably the worst part of the fight, but they're still not
Yeah.
that bad.
Another variant of the greenie. Like I said before, the greenies are very crafty, very resourceful ghosts. Find any type of way to arm themselves. So after these mummy ghosts, we are going to catch the strong sneaker. It's a special type of ghost. You'll notice that there's like marks all over their body, kind of like a crystallized pattern.
We'll be seeing a lot more of that.
Yeah, so King Boo has been up to no good. He's been empowering these ghosts using crystals, and
We'll see that in the second mansion. I mean the fourth mansion. The second mission.
the next mansion that we go into. They don't do any more damage than usual. They just have more health,
Yeah.
which I think is a shame. I think they should definitely be more deadly.
I don't know, being 3-shot by a ghost wouldn't be... But, like, maybe they should yield 25, but any more than that. I mean, this isn't the most difficult game, for sure.
Yeah, it's not.
I remember, like, E5 as a casual player wasn't the easiest.
Yeah, definitely. That is the number one thing I do hear about from people's casual playthroughs is E5
Yeah,
being really
D-boss.
crazy.
D-boss.
Nice. Toad just got us the rotor here. This is the last piece for the clock. So now we're just going to the end of the mission. Gotta teleport Toad back to the bunker using the pixelator screen.
I'm gonna get the gold bone here just for safety. I don't think I need it.
Come on. Hey, hey.
Yeah, I think you're good on gold.
Huh.
For sure.
Ho ho.
High loot so heavy.
Oh. Yellow. Ciao. Oh yes,
Yeah, I think that was a good C5.
I did it.
Yeah, I think so too. Maintenance first try.
Oh.
This run is going according to plan.
Ghost Gauntlet went well.
Mhm.
Oh, Big Max. Hi, Big Max.
Oh, wow.
This run would be a lot better if A5 wasn't so bad. I only need 500 here, okay. I'll probably only do like 1 or 2 green gauges, because that's all I need, right? Will I really need any?
I'm sorry, I wasn't listening. What?
So I only need 500 gold here. So how many green gauges do you think I should do?
Oh, I'm not sure. I would just do greens until you get it and then just be safe, but that's just me.
But that's not very fast. I think I'll do it at the end if I need it. Or if it does, because I'm gonna do it on the slammers anyway, and the sneakers.
Oh.
We're good. You can actually move around these bats like that. It's a really fun strategy. So, right here, it's a clock, and it's a sort of an enemy gauntlet. 1 minute and 12 seconds ahead of banana. Okay, that's good. It's an enemy gauntlet, and there are 12 phases, and every time you like defeat one, a number appears until you reach the last one. In every 4 phases, the possessor appears to so you can damage him. I think if I play the rest of the run decently well, this can get a 246. That is some unfortunate RNG on the slammers. What the hell?
Yeah, see it breaking off there.
After this mission, I get to do fast suck-ups wherever I want. A reason why we haven't been doing fast suck-ups as much, because no matter what gauge you did it at, it always gives you 3 gold, and that's not optimal for any percent until you get the upgrade. After this mission, we're not gonna bother trying to get any more upgrades because it's just not worth it. The only upgrade that would matter past this is the Super Poltergust, which is what we use in NG Plus and things, but it requires 20,000 gold.
Yeah,
which
really
is
not
way
worth
too much.
going for.
You do get that in 100% though.
I guess concerning gold, there's just a little bit of interesting lore, but I don't know, interesting history with how the gold route has evolved for this game. So, back in the very early days of Dark Moon speedrunning, gold was actually not a priority at all. We finished the run not even with hardly 5,000 gold, which is not enough to get even well, it is enough for the level 2 Dark Light, or excuse me, level 1. Is that enough for the level 2 Dark Light?
No, it's not.
5,000? Yeah. So
Oh wait.
I know
Oh,
it is. Yeah,
yeah, it is.
4,000.
Oh, you're talking about like
levels
getting
ago. Yeah.
the second dark light upgrade.
But yeah, at the time, we just didn't think, or more or less, just I didn't think that it was better to go for gold, better to go for upgrades. Like all that time that you spend going for that stuff was just not worth it. Um, but then eventually, I realized going out of your way, like it really doesn't take that much time to go for like a lot of gold. You have a lot of downtime in some places. Like you can just combine gold with other actions. Um, so
Yeah, that's a great description of it. And in the, especially in the last mansion of the game, if you don't have the red gauge, you're gonna be draining ghosts like way slower because they have a ridiculous amount of health in that mansion.
Yep. Additionally, like the way that we get gold and the spots that we get it in,
Dude,
it's kind of
it's
evolved to be a
fun.
little bit faster than how it started out as. Like usually we wouldn't get the last upgrade that we need until like really deep into the last mansion, like the second or third mission of the last mansion. But now we get it like at the end of Clockworks, the third mansion. So it's definitely got a lot faster.
So now we're probably gonna be wanting to avoid gold more than getting it. Because if we get 3,000 more gold before the end of the run, then we're going to have to exit out again. Because the next upgrade is at 10,000. But that's only for an extended dark light, which isn't of use to us.
Yeah, so we don't want that upgrade.
This is some good RNG here. They're called creepers. And they can spawn in just like... They spawn in random places, but ideally you want them to spawn so you can get like a triple and a double really quickly. And that's what we got. In this phase is just a bunch of bombs. Yeah, I got way too much gold in this run, but it didn't lose me that much time, so it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, you're chilling, better too much than too little.
For sure. Uh-oh. It was surprisingly close to death there.
Yeah, pretty low on health there.
Yeah, I should probably be kind of careful.
Surprised you didn't get any hearts from those ghosts.
Dang.
Yeah. So I guess one little mechanic in this game, when you catch ghosts, the lower on health that Luigi is, the more likely that the ghost will
I
drop a
think
heart.
I've been over this.
Yeah, I think so too. But when you accidentally got a heart earlier.
There it is. Oh, do you know why sometimes it just gives you double for no reason?
Double what?
Like double the amount of hearts, because it gives you 25, but there I got 70.
Oh,
It's
I
either a
don't know.
mechanic or a glitch where it touches like maybe
Yeah.
2 parts of Luigi's hitbox at once.
I couldn't say, I don't know.
It might be a mechanic.
Possibly, yeah. But yeah, that was the third boss mission of the game. We now have 4 Dark Moon pieces total. You actually start the game with
This will be the last time we exit out.
Yeah. So Egad like picked up a Dark Moon piece on his way back to his lab after the Dark Moon broke. So now we're up to 4 of the 6 Dark Moon pieces. We're heading into the 4th mansion, Secret Mine, where we'll get our 5th Dark Moon piece.
I think of this as like maybe a cooldown spot for the run, no pun intended. Before we like go to Treacherous, because yeah, I assume I lost a lot of time there, because Treacherous is really tricky.
Yeah, I definitely agree. Secret Mine is a very consistent mansion.
You just need to know how to do it. Maybe D3 is a little tough.
Yeah, there's a few more tricks that you have to know for D3, but it's not too bad. So D1, this is the third Toad escort mission. We're getting another Toad here.
So if you search this pixelator, EGAD will actually call you, which makes it seem like it would be a lot slower. But if he calls you here, then he won't call you in the next room. And if you search that, you'll be much closer than you were if you search the other object.
Yep, so
By
it's
the way,
really
is
nice.
like my frame rate good with my capture card right now?
Oh yeah, you're chilling. It looks nice.
Yeah, I saw it lag a little bit on the stream and I was a little worried. Third Toad escort mission here. I think Jake mentioned this earlier, but this is probably the best one. He's not in this shoot yet.
Yeah.
Didn't quite get that dark right there, not sure why, but
Yeah.
I really like Toad here.
You said you like Toad?
Yeah, this one, no. Only this one.
Only that one. No, I like them all. I think they're cute.
False.
Balls.
Come on. Hey,
How old do you think the Toads are?
come on.
How old do I think they are?
Yeah.
Gee, I don't know. That's a very interesting question.
Because they're like supposed to be like the princess's guards, right?
Come on.
I guess when you put it that way, some of them are, yeah. But I imagine those toads are older than other toads.
Just like the citizens of the Mushroom Kingdom. If that's the case, did EGAD just kind of like kidnap them?
I'm sure they agreed to something.
Like 30?
Maybe. There's really no way to tell. I mean, they all look
There
the
isn't.
same. Except for like the really old ones, like in the Mario and Luigi series, you see like some really old toads.
Yeah, and like Super Mario Sunshine, there's like the old Toad, I don't know his name.
Also Toadsworth.
Oh, that guy?
Yeah,
Yeah, I did
that
not know
guy.
He's like brown. Okay, this room can be a little tricky, but should be fine. Yeah, we're good. Animation cancel? Yeah. Barely.
I suppose one thing I forgot to mention, or didn't even really think about until now, one special like little quirk with all the toads is that there is like a little benefit besides just rescuing them, to getting them back to the
There
bunker
is.
and safe. Every toad will come with a security image, but it's a special type. It's not just a still image. When you get back to the bunker, we never see this because we just skip all of it, but you look at the security image and it's like 3D. You can like pan it around and like look at it and zoom.
Oh right, those things. It's like what the Toads
Yeah.
took pictures of.
Yeah, and then like as you zoom in on certain things, like Luigi will give, or EGAD rather, will give comments on like little pieces of information in those, and the security image that this toad brings back shows King Boo in the bottom of the mines, empowering the ghosts with crystals. And you can see the ghosts are actually like scared. They're frightened. They don't want to do this. King Boo is like sort of forcing them against their will to go into these crystals to empower them. It's kind of dark, but yeah, that's what's going on here. That we see in the security image, or rather, won't see in the security image. But that's what's in it.
It must take like a lot of time to like transform them into the strong ghosts. And how many times they would have had to done that to do that because
Like,
of how many we see.
There's a lot of strong ghosts that we see in the last mansion.
There's so many.
Like there's only like a handful of regular ghosts.
D2 is probably the most relaxing mission.
Yeah,
There's
D2 is
nothing-
really chill. You're just it's a walking simulator. You're just going all the way down to the
I was
bottom.
really trying not to say chill.
I'm sorry. But yeah, you're just going all the way to the bottom of the mansion.
There's a little trick where you can like put the key through the portal while it's melting, but I was never able to do that. Can you do it here? It's like, yeah, I don't know how.
Yeah, that's tricky. I've done that before too, but
It
I'm not
saves
sure
so
exactly
little.
why it happens.
Oh, and something I haven't mentioned, if you hold R for some reason while you're going down ramps, you go down it faster.
Yeah, sort of like sucks in the air in front of you. I wonder if that would actually work. That's one for the Mythbusters.
Probably not. I mean, if you're just like holding it, it doesn't like throw you backwards, does it?
I don't know what you're talking about.
If you're like holding the poltergust while it's sucking, like it doesn't pull you back. Do you know? Am I just like saying things?
I don't know what you're saying.
No, so like if you're holding the poltergust, right? Like while it's sucking, like Luigi does when
Yeah.
he's like sucking up some coins, right? It doesn't like pull you backwards in its sucking because it's like
Well, wouldn't it pull you forwards?
no, because the direction is like the air is coming towards you.
Yeah, the air's
It's like
coming
going
towards
into
you,
your vacuum.
but the
because he's
vacuum is sucking it. It wouldn't it pull you forward? Like if you
Wait,
had a really powerful,
You're right. I'm tripping.
yeah,
I'm tripping.
powerful suck, like it pulls you
Dude, I
where
only
you're
got
sucking, you know.
my sleep schedule's too messed up. I only got like 5 hours of sleep last night, and I woke up at like 8 for this.
Well, we really appreciate you waking up for for the run.
Yeah, well, it seems to be paying off for me too.
Yeah, we had a really nice run.
Yeah. It comes down to E5 because I've not done E5 with the regular poltergust in a while. If I get around like the 6:20 in-game time range for E5, that would be really nice. E5 is the only mission I know in-game time is for any percent. Did I make it?
I guess a little bit more about what we're doing down here. I talked about the security image with King Boo empowering the ghosts. That image was taken down here at the very bottom of the mine. So we're trying to get into the crystal quarry. The door is locked, so we have to do this little puzzle to find a key, unlock that door. And once we do that, then we'll try to sneak up on King Boo and figure out what's going on. At least that's the plan. Because that security image was taken very recently,
Oh shit, I didn't.
so King Boo could still be there.
Okay, cool. What? One ghost just like didn't give gold. Not even the gold bar you get when you get a double. That's interesting.
Strange. I wonder if it like
Just
got
happens
pushed out of
sometimes.
bounds or something.
Okay, these are the strong ghosts. You see they're in the crystals and they're like hanging out until they like aren't hanging out in the crystal. They break
Yeah,
out.
but they obviously don't want to be in there.
This is the first time we use red gauze, right?
I think so.
I can do fast suck ups now.
But yeah, King Boo is not here. King Boo is left. So now we're just catching these
What?
ghosts.
I think I briefly like was off. Was like falling off that thing right there. Oh, that's so unfortunate. It's so close to charging.
Yeah. Nice backup
little-
though.
Mhm. It was so close to being charged to red after, but not quite. So, something weird this game does is that when you're like, there's only 2 ghosts left, and you're sucking up one, and you're charging the gauge. If you suck up one without the gauge in that time, it just like stops charging for a while, as you saw there.
Yes. Ho, ho. I did it.
Yes, I like to call that a jammed suck up. So like jams the poltergeist for a little bit.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay, D3.
Wow.
Yep. So D3. I don't remember exactly how the story goes. I haven't read the intro text for these.
So you want to go to the gondola, right? You want to go to the gondola because you
Right.
can unfreeze the little things you can suck on and like ride to
Well,
the possessor in the Dark Moon piece.
that's
But
not
these
the plan
ghosts,
initially, actually.
well, it's not.
I do remember EGAD was like, let's just take the gondola over. So there's like this little area in the back of the mansion, and we're trying to get over there. Like, have to cross over some like really big chasms, and yeah. So the best way to get over there is to use the gondola. However, we will see that the gondola is broken. So this mission is about finding another way to cross over to the end.
Well, I thought that was just like the default plan, though.
What do you mean?
But like, like the first way to cross, wasn't that just like taking the things that
The
you
zip
like?
lines?
What is it called? In the high wires.
Yeah. No, that was not the original plan. EAD calls you like once you exit the gondola and tells you to do that.
Okay.
But yeah, there's a twist though. So
It's shocking.
as we're gonna try to get into this gondola,
It's really uncommon. So you're about to do something, and then a ghost messes it up. This is like the only place in the game that happens.
so yeah, we clear away the ice from this gondola. When we try to enter,
How many
Get a little
times
surprise.
does that happen though? It happens in A1,
touch so much.
A no, not
A2.
A1, A2, B2.
Yeah, so you saw there was like some chains on that door. So there's 3 chains, and we have to remove them by catching the ghost that put the chain onto the door.
Yeah, and these ghosts are like mega strong ghosts. They have more health than even like their strong variants.
Yeah, so the first of those is here in the basin. There's a really cool animation storage thing. If you stun the gobber, as soon as it spawns, you sort of store a flinch animation, so you
Let's see
get
if I can get
scared.
it.
But it's like 3 frames.
Nope. It's really hard to time something like that when there's like almost no visual key for it. You just have to like know the timing after a few seconds.
It's really just a feel type thing. So yeah, if you get that trick, sort of like stores the flinch for a little bit, and yeah, once you do finally capture the gobber, the flinch will happen then.
And then we're going down here because the greenie is down here. D3 has the most backtracking in the run. Because we mentioned that Clockworks doesn't have a lot, but D3...
Yeah.
Would
I
you
don't
say that
think-
Mines has a lot?
No, not really. I mean, well, Secret Mine is actually kind of interesting. It's the only mansion in the game that has fewer missions than the others. So,
The game just
yeah, it's weird. 4 of the mansions have 7 missions, including the bonus mission. We don't really see bonus missions. I'm not really gonna touch on those, but there's like a bonus mission that you get. Um, so including that, there's 7 for
Oh,
4 of the
I
missions.
did it here. You mentioned that you did it with the. You can do it with the goblin there. You can do the same thing here. And I got it.
So yeah, as green spawns, Blars just stunned it instantly, excuse me. And yeah, once Blars finally sucks up the ghost, it'll skip the little animation there. You see Luigi got scared.
I think you can actually do with the slammer here as well, but it's really not worth it. It would only save like maybe less than a second, as opposed to just like skipping the animation. We flashed that portal down there so we could use it to get back into the top.
But yeah, as I was saying, like the most mansions have like 7 missions. Secret Mine only has 3 regular missions, so D1, D3, D2, or yeah, D1, D2, D3, and then the boss mission. So 2 fewer missions than usual. Kind of sad because it's a nice mansion.
Got that triple really fast.
Nice, yeah. Those greenies are really tough to get.
Did not get that time. Pretty RNG. But I got the one with the shield and I went for it.
Yep, so now Blars is catching the strong slammer.
We're gonna do a weird elevator skip here.
250 health, I think. A lot of HP. But yeah, Blars is gonna try to capture the slammer in front of the elevator.
And then we're gonna do this.
Yeah, if he turns around after the suck up and enters the elevator quick enough, usually there's an EGAD call right after this, but if he goes into the elevator, let's see.
Yep.
Yep, gets it. EGAD is supposed to call you right now, and he sort of just forces his way in there, teleports you down to the bottom of the elevator. Usually you have to ride that all the way down, Luigi has to come out, but the call just sort of teleports you straight to the bottom already. So this is nice. We finally got all the chains, so we can go into the
I don't remember which one I have to shoot, so I'm just gonna shoot 2.
Yeah.
That's the right one. That will probably lose me a cycle here, but it's fine. Because I genuinely don't remember which one I'm supposed to shoot.
Yeah, I don't remember. I think it's the one on the far right that you usually shoot. I'm not sure though. But yeah, in that gondola we shot some like little ice clumps.
I don't think it was a cycle.
That EGAD call there. Plus, yeah, this says far right one. I thought so. The EGAD call there, EGAD was like, oh no, the gondola's broken. Guess you have to use these little zipline things to get over. So the ice that we melted there lets us grab onto this little zipline here.
So Arya actually like told me about a strat in this room where you can use one less bomb. I'm not sure of the specifics of it, but it seems like something that would be like huge for ILs. Do you know anything about that?
I saw a little bit about it, but like, yeah, so the idea in this room is we're supposed to be clearing out the ice from these generators. You can see the left one's already turned on, but the middle one and the one on the right aren't lit up yet. So we're trying to clear out the ice. Yeah. Blow up that ice basically.
Oh, wait.
The bomb just teleported down. What the heck? That was so weird.
Oh yeah, that happens.
Yeah.
When you like start shaking too much.
Yeah, these bombs are pretty glitchy. I just go through
They
stuff.
really are. The bombs in this game are not programmed very well.
So yeah, there's like some
We
trick.
actually skip
like,
one there. We skip having to shoot this one by having a good angle.
Yes, the bomb just sort of falls past that little gap.
We should do a little animation skip here of him slipping by getting rid of that crystal right as it happens.
But yeah, the other strat to like skip, there's a way that you can skip even more bombs than we do, than Blars did there. But it's like really tricky. The bomb sort of gets like stuck, kind of like levitating almost. But it's really precise.
Yellow. Down.
Because like there's a couple of times where we have to like move the little arms inside of that little puzzle to hold the bomb in place, um, even though like the bomb won't break a piece of ice. Still
Vicious,
really,
could you check my pace on banana right now?
yeah. So by removing all those pieces of ice, we turned on the generator. So power has been restored to that section of the mansion, um, which is good. That's not why we were there in the first place. We were just kind of like checking out that section, um, trying to get to the boss ghost. The boss ghost was actually right there at the end,
It's right
but
here.
we couldn't go in there because the power wasn't turned on for the door to open.
I don't remember the route. I think I remember it actually.
Yep. So that door.
I always forget this in full game runs.
And now we're on to our fourth boss. Yeah, there's like a little pattern to use for this boss. To break these pieces of ice on its face, and then it'll become vulnerable where we can shoot a bomb into its mouth.
Okay, I believe I start with right here. Thing.
Yeah, rinse and repeat. We do this 3 times. Very annoying boss casually. A lot of people have problems with this one. So the 3DS has a gyro sensor, and you can use the gyro to aim the reticle. However, it's very...
Or you can use the circle pad.
Yeah. So the circle pad is definitely the better option. A lot easier to control.
Damn it.
Usually gyro is pretty good. Like gyro is like a nice thing to use in other parts of this game. Actually, like we use it to aim up and down when we're vacuuming.
It's
and
much
stuff.
more precise than just using X and B to aim the back.
Definitely, yeah.
I don't use it in too many places in the run. I do use it in a few though.
But yeah, the gyro kind of sucks here. So if you play this game casually, I'm sure a lot of you have some yeah, some choice words for this mission.
You can also probably hear me spamming in the mission.
Yeah, so that's really interesting.
Oh, I
We didn't actually notice until like for a while. But if you press A, you can shoot a bomb. If you press L, L also works to shoot a bomb. So we just spam L and A.
I'm having a bit of a meltdown here.
Kind of spam twice as fast. Yeah.
Yeah, that was not good.
Missing a couple bomb shots there. That's rough.
Did not get the thing. There's a really precise trick you can do here where you can slide on the ice. Where while like the little animation is playing of you shooting it out, you can slide on the ice downwards and be pushed by the thing into the dark light, so you don't have to stand up and walk to it. It saves about 2 seconds.
Yellow. Down.
2:27, that's rough.
Meltdown. Thank you, Vicious.
Yeah, that pun was definitely intended. But when you're talking about speedruns in this mission, it's like so hard not to do an accidental pun. Alright. Treacherous time.
Yeah, treacherous. Our 5th and final mansion. Going into E1. This is the final Porta Prop mission. Blars, would you like to tell us what's going to happen in this mission?
You get Polterpup.
You do, yes.
Yes.
So, as we're going into this mansion, EGAD is like, alright, here's the key, Sonny. Just go in there, do your thing. But as we go to the front door, Polterpup shows up, and he even sends us, like, on this big old goose chase. So we're trying to get this key back from Polterpup in this mission.
By the way, in this mission, well, in this mansion, I don't think I'm going to be talking as much because I'm just going to be focusing on the run. So you might want to be leading the commentary.
No problem. I can do that.
Poltergoose. Okay, skip here. I'm kind of nervous. Not that nervous.
Yeah, guard tunnel skip. So this is one of the more recent skips. I say recent. This was still like 2019, I think. Yeah. If you have iframes, for some reason you don't get flinched by the ghosts. So, okay, yeah,
Damn
Blars
it.
missing it on the spider there. Sounds like he missed it, but
That's bad.
this gold mouse closed the wall. Unfortunately, the iframes wore off there, so Luigi didn't have any iframes,
Yeah.
so the flinch was just barely
Let's
able
see
to
how
happen.
many ghosts we have to capture now.
So the little purple gate there
What? Didn't press.
comes down like a second or so after the ghosts show up. If you had iframes and you skip the flinch, you can just run through that. But the flinch sort of like immobilizes you.
You can probably tell I'm not too familiar with that room because we usually skip it.
Yeah, the ghosts in here are kind of tough.
Yeah, that's like a lot of time. We can still get record though. It's probably like half of my time saved on Banana Gun.
Yeah. I'll agree. It was a different setup than I'm used to seeing, but
It
that'd
was
be
me
looking
being
like
too
my
far
new
right,
plus
like over.
maybe. Hey, we don't talk about that here.
Wait, did your PV mess up guard tunnel skip too?
Maybe. Alright, so here we're seeing some knights.
Hi, Ray.
This is another type of green. Sort of like the mummy green, they've just have this very elaborate cosplay, pretending to be a knight this time.
How'd they even do that?
How do they do it? I don't know, man.
Yeah.
They're crafty. But yeah,
like-
the way to defeat them is to use the little carpet there, pull it out from under their feet.
But also, like, with the mummies, how do they do that? Like, how are you see those, like, little fragile limbs they use
Yeah.
to, like, stand? How do those stay up?
How do they stay up? Very carefully. They probably don't wrap themselves either, like...
Yeah, they probably have their friends do it for them. Maybe there's, like, a whole ghost organization dedicated to, like, making the Greenies cosplay. Oh, I do have enough gold for a gold bone, so I'm not going to be able to do that. I'm glad I caught that. So usually we would grab the closest barrel, because even though he's not in there, he would still like lick us on the face, and we'd be able to capture him for it. Alright, E2, here's another vicious. If you wouldn't mind, could you like check how much time I lost there?
Oh, yes.
I'm guessing around 35 seconds.
Ho, ho.
So E2, this is a mission that's pretty much just like one big puzzle where you have to rescue the toads using different items. Can you guys still hear me? Did Ree just leave? Okay. Sure. Only 7 seconds. Damn, Banana must have messed up there. I kind of didn't want to do commentary on my own, but here we are. That's some unfortunate RNG. I did manage to still get the double though. And damn it. So, wait, is this here? No. Okay, I got kind of lucky. That was a rough room. That room is like one of the hardest rooms in the game. A lot of it is determined. Okay. A lot of it is determined by where the first hider goes. High orange is orange.
Yo, what's up? Did Ree have to leave somewhere, or did they accidentally disconnect?
But in chat, sorry, my internet has suddenly dropped working to join on another device.
Oh. I see. Okay.
Seems his internet does that kind of frequently.
Mm.
I do it.
That mouse was not
Cool.
nice.
Yeah, that was not a very nice mouse at all. What a troll.
That mouse just shows up in a random spot in the hallway.
It does? Really?
And- Yeah. Well, not really, but it goes in random directions. Yeah, sorry I couldn't join. Let's
Yeah.
sorry him.
Yeah. If Sari would like to join in, just go in the waiting room and I'll drag you back in here. Oh, Ree's back. Okay. Or maybe Ree's back?
Hi.
I do it.
Okay, am I back? Can you hear me?
Yeah, there you are. You're back. Alright.
I think we should let Vicious in, just cuz.
Vicious it?
Yeah.
Sure.
Vicious, come in.
Have them in the waiting room. I'll drag them in.
Thank you for hopping in, Orange.
No problem.
Vicious.
Hello there, Vicious.
Oh my god, you're so loud. Hi.
Hi.
Hey, so
So yeah, Vicious, would you like to introduce yourself?
I'm Vicious. I used to be well, I still am the best runner in this game statistically.
In
it's
what
true.
world?
In this world, actually, I'm the best runner.
Wait, how
Statistically, if
how
you
is
look-
it statistically?
If you look at the charts, if you look at the numbers, I'm still because I have the best delta.
Okay, fair enough.
So I'm Vicious. I know the most about this game because I have the fastest times. So I'm here to give commentary.
Also, you have to excuse his mic. It's a bit choppy sometimes.
Oh yeah.
Is
We
it
don't
choppy
the
right now?
times.
It's a little
Wait,
bit.
is it choppy right now? Oh, it's because I'm on the. Wait, hold on.
Yeah.
It's just a Discord thing. I think.
It is a Discord thing. It works if I join Discord on my browser, but my Discord app sucks. So let me. I'm gonna flip.
Have you tried like reinstalling?
No. That
You should do
probably
that
wouldn't
sometime.
work anyway. No, it wouldn't work twice.
Okay. Sure.
Trust me.
I didn't hear what you said, but okay. We're coming up on like probably the biggest fight, or like
Come on.
how would you describe Courtyard?
Courtyard. It's not a big fight, but Courtyard is definitely. I'd say it's the
A hard
hardest
one.
fight in the game, honestly.
No, I'd say Terrace definitely tops it. You just need to know how to handle it.
But
Yeah, so The thing with Courtyard, so in the Courtyard, there will be a fight with 3 strong sneakers and 1 boo. Um, it's the second boo that we fight in the game. So yeah, interesting trouble there. So
Not exactly a triple.
yeah, the thing about the Courtyard though is it's big. It's really big, and stunning all of the sneakers, like to get a triple with all 3 of them, is really like it can be done, definitely.
It's rather uncommon.
Yeah. There is a strat to get it right off the bat when they spawn. However, the optimal strategy is not to get the sneakers first. Optimal strat is to have the boo, like,
I think you're talking out of your ass right now.
is that so? Vicious, what would you say on this matter?
Optimal strat is definitely to get the boo first. I don't know what you're saying.
Yeah.
Blars.
Oh, I thought you were talking about for like full game runs.
Oh.
For full game runs, I'd say the optimal strat is to get the
Well,
sneakers.
The optimal strat is still to get the boo first. The safer strat is to get the sneakers.
Yeah,
Oh, wait,
nice safer
wait.
gets a triple. Because you can like stun the first one
No
that spawns
English.
here.
I don't know what I was saying.
Yeah. I don't know if Blars knows the strat, but
Blars never.
Okay.
He doesn't know the definition.
I
of
have
different
world
words.
record in this mission.
Blars.
so yeah,
I used to have world record in this mission. I know just as
You
much.
have slow time.
you have slow time.
You wouldn't even know because my time is unrecorded. So ha. You haven't even seen it. No one has.
Yeah, he just waited like 20
Secret.
seconds before playing the mission, and that's why it's that slow.
Yeah. Yeah.
Come on.
Blars getting the sneaker triple there. Now going
Yeah.
for the boo.
He's not even gonna 2-cycle.
Just
I was
tossing
at.
him around.
I don't know how that didn't 2 cycles. At 15. Huh?
See, I'm actually. I know the game so much that I knew you weren't 2-cycle.
He just walked off. He was in there and he just walked off.
Yeah, I'm not sure if I ever like mentioned this, but boos in this game are not required to beat the game, like they are in the first one. We just have to catch the boo if it's required for the mission, which it is in this case.
Which is only the case in 2 missions.
Technically 3.
3? Okay,
Yeah.
boo losses, but then you get
Yes.
like 10 boos in that mission.
It's still
True.
required.
So we do have to get what 12 boos? We have to get 13 boos because King Boo.
King Boo, although King Boo actually
Wait,
doesn't show up
does
as
it
a
count?
boo in the statistics. It's
Oh
very
my
interesting. In the statistics for this game, King Boo is not counted as a boo. King Boo is counted as a ghost.
Well, do you treat royalty as just mere people?
Oh
in the
yeah,
real
because
world,
when you
Ree?
suck up King Boo, like the ghost counter comes up. You know? You know when you suck up a ghost, it's like 5.
What?
No.
Sorry, I like
Like the
I
ghost
lost my
counter
train of
goes
thought
up.
there.
Like the ghost counter.
When does it say 5?
If you were like had 4 before, and then it's like 5 when you
If you
suck
had
up a
4
ghost.
before, man, dude, if you catch 4 ghosts and then you catch 1 more, the ghost counter would show up as 5. That's so true.
Yeah, but it's like
God,
in
you're
the
so
mission, you
smart.
know? And then it does the same thing in King Boo.
You're so smart, Blars.
I know. At least I have a better E2 time. Okay. I'm kind of nervous.
Also, Blars, you are a minute and 16 seconds ahead right now.
Oh. This run is not that good, so
Yeah, this run's dead. Reset.
reset.
Reset right now.
I would if it wasn't a marathon.
That shouldn't stop you. It'd be hilarious.
Should just stop and I'll be like, well, there's 87% of an any percent run. Hope you like it.
Unfortunately, it died, so I'm gonna keep doing attempts.
I just take up like 6 hours trying to get another run in the marathon.
Blars just has an 8-hour stream on this marathon. Screw everyone else.
Exactly.
On a marathon, it's Blars' grind session.
These quarter skip. There we go. Nope, I'm not getting it. East corridor skip is not nice doing in full game runs.
I do it.
It happened again. He's gone.
But luckily, I'm here. It's okay. I'm
You are
like
here.
Rudolsk. I'm kind of like Rudolsk. I sound similar.
So similar.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I speak like him. I sound like him.
You are Rudolph.
I could be Rudolsk. If I renamed myself to Rudolsk and like changed my profile picture, everyone would be.
I could be Rudolph if I changed my name to Rudolph and I was Rudolph. So this is, we haven't talked about the actual game in like,
We haven't, dude. I joined and then I just started clowning on
you mess up
everything.
everything.
I really do.
So
Because I'm all about the entertainment, not the game.
yeah, I'd argue that's kind of better.
Actually, so that means
Okay,
I
so
am
this
better
is the
than
third
you,
type of
'cause you're about the game.
poltergust. We did the two. There's one in A3 and one in C3, and now in E3, there's the third one.
You mean poltergeist?
Oh, did I say polterpop?
Oh, you said poltergust.
Oh, right. That's
This
not
guy,
a goat.
he's a strong poltergeist. He's gonna go around. You have to kill him.
Yeah, he got 20k gold.
Yeah. So this guy, you have to kill him in like 3 phases. He's kind of like a mini boss, except he's easy because all you have to do is suck him up.
Just suck him.
So what he'll do is he'll throw bombs at you. That's all he does, actually. I mean, he'll throw stars at you sometimes, but
Shit.
some like bugs. No.
Uh-oh. Well, that's fine. The boss is intended to be done in 3 phases, right? Okay, I'm good.
Yeah, you'll get him in 3.
Because drop to 80, that's not preferable.
Ooh, you got like 4 bugs in one small flash. Could be an exterminator.
What? Okay. That was a bit of a rough fight.
What?
Banana 2 cycle blue losses, right?
Blars, what is this? I don't know if Banana 2 cycled losses. I don't like watch his run. I guess I could check real
I
quick.
watched his run once.
I'll check his run.
I remember he lost like a minute and 5.
He 2 cycled Colossus with 2 boosts left after the first cycle.
What was the in-game time? Oh, with 2 left? Okay.
Yeah.
Should
So
probably match that.
it's a fast 2 cycle. I'll check your pace after you finish this mission.
Did he drop gold?
Firestone flexible.
Yeah. He didn't. I don't know why. Maybe if you release R in a certain thing, they don't drop gold. It's my theory.
I mean, that's my theory too. If you release R, then I'll just not.
I'll allow you to
There
share.
was no point in me saying that. I just repeated the exact same words that you said. So I'm sorry.
It happens. That was not the best E3. E3 is never good for me.
Yeah, my E3 PB is faster than
Oh,
that.
that's how you know it was bad. Because his ILPB beat my Emmy % in-game time.
You are a minute and 6 seconds ahead. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, a minute 6
Okay.
seconds.
If I have a really good e5, this can 246. But it's almost certainly getting a world record. Okay, this mission is
one
Boolympics.
cycle Boolympics and then like on the run of your life.
Yeah, exactly. What? Whatever. What? I pressed A and it didn't.
I hate it when that happens.
This guy's too low. Okay, 3. A lot of them were too low. What? No. Shit. Finally. Okay, that was rough. What are your thoughts, Vicious?
I think Banana played that better.
Yeah. No, sorry. This is like a 130 something. Whoa, never mind. I probably lost like 15 seconds on Banana. He's back.
Blars, this is why your E4 PB is so slow.
My
Two cycles?
E4 PB?
Your
Yeah, I got a
E4
2 cycle,
It's slow.
but it was.
Slow AF.
It's a 39.
It was awful.
It wasn't that bad.
I don't know life grind that like you
122
all
to-
do.
So bad.
I've never grinded E4 ever.
You're a minute and 10 seconds ahead, which I don't know how that works. That means you like gain some time on Banana. I don't get that.
And it wasn't that bad, but like.
You're a minute 10 ahead. I don't know. I didn't watch his whole E4. I just watched the first phase and saw that he had 2 boosts left, so I assumed it was fast. But he might have gotten screwed over by the last one.
Probably like while he was like whole again, he probably got screwed over. Because that's what happened to me. But my last 3 boosts were fast. Okay, this is the big boy, kind of the last mission that matters. Do you guys want to describe it? Because I don't.
E5, yes. So, King Boo has opened up this portal, you can see it there, and just spawned a...
Uh-oh. Is he gonna leave again? I think his internet went out. And Vicious is muted, right? Yeah, but they're just like all the main exhibits you go through, including the kitchen and the bathroom here, and you suck them all up. And then after that, you go to the terrace for a big fight. This is going great so far. That was so close to breaking off. Yeah, sorry, you should join. Re is unreliable. Shit. Oh, this is bad.
I'm back. Go, Blars. You got this.
Oh my god, did you see that?
Sorry, we don't need
So, hold on. Oh, this is a skip. I forgot. So the skip, right? If you enter the room before their ghost spawn, they don't. They don't spawn.
They just won't.
It just doesn't. Oh, please don't soft lock. Please.
Ghosts get stage fright. You don't want to spawn in front of you.
Okay, no soft lock. So if there are bats in this hallway, it means the game didn't soft lock. If there aren't bats, then that means that for some reason in Ancient Exhibit, the mummies just like don't come up.
Not just an ancient exhibit, but the entire game.
Oh yeah,
just
all of
freezes.
them.
Like none of the ghosts will spawn. Like all of the entities just freeze in the game.
It's really weird.
Freeze in place. You can't like kill them or anything. Well, technically they do move, but they move at such a slow rate where it's pretty much imperceivable.
Right, the gang's all here.
Dude. What's up, guys?
This has been a really good E5 so far. Let's see what happens on Terrace. It's been 2 hours and 30 minutes already. Damn.
Time flies when you're having fun.
This is so fun. Shit. It's okay.
You're, oh god, you're taking a really wide angle here.
Yeah. I probably shouldn't have spread out so much on those first things.
Why did you?
That's what I do in NG Plus.
What reason?
To get to the door. Why would I just like scrunch for no
Doesn't
reason
make
when I don't have to?
sense.
Why
Well,
would
you
I
can-
scrunch for no reason in NG Plus? I just
But you can
defaulted to muscle memory.
You can scrunch in order to grab the leaf after you're done sucking them up, so you can skip.
I know, but I did turn. But it's like you can't really do a fast suck up while you do it, and it's. I just opted out of it. Okay,
This is why
I'm
this is
not
why I'm a
talk
faster
to
runner
kids.
than you.
You're not. Okay. Damn.
Oh, Blars.
This is so hard, 90%.
We left the call and support, Blars. You got this.
This is so bad.
Bucket Greeny's addicted to his bucket.
There's a bucket addiction.
He has a
Uh-oh.
bucket addiction. Oh,
Go on,
Blars.
fire.
He is
Okay.
not. Yeah.
Damn.
I say.
Sneaker. Sneaker. Come here.
You got decked.
Okay. We're doing good. We're doing good.
Wow. What? What a corner flash.
Oh, that guy.
Ooh.
No shot. Yeah, no shot.
Still pretty good. Nice.
This is really good 90%. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Ooh. This is so scary.
Oh,
How? I don't know how you got away with that.
same. Okay. Damn. Okay, it broke off. Fine.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about those guys. Ooh,
Go, go, go. Okay.
very unfortunate indeed.
It's okay.
It doesn't kill the run. So,
Oh no, I'm saving time on banana.
like, it's good enough.
Okay, banana
Banana-
got like a 650 in game time. What do I get here?
That's incredible. He had a 654. That's so weird that you just remember that.
See, I told you. No, because I was practicing any percent. Yeah, I saved like a
Lars
minute.
watches Bananas run every night before he goes to sleep.
Exactly. I only watched it because when I was going for a world record, like 9 months ago, I wanted to know his E5. Okay, wait,
You're
how
a-
far ahead of him am I now?
You're a minute 50 ahead of him.
Okay, if I very fast, I can 246. I feel like we should talk about the game and not just my pace.
I don't know if there's
Oh,
anything
in this
interesting.
mission,
Is
it's
there
like
anything?
the
Is there anything
the
interesting about
last
the game?
possessor.
This is the last possessor. We like to call him the what's his name? The terrible possessor.
Frankie.
His name is Frank, and
No, Frankie.
Frankie. Sorry. Well, that's what his close friends
Yorby.
call him. I'm not close with him. Yeah.
I actually am, so I call him Frankie.
Yeah. Well, we never like talked much, so it's just like Frank, or sometimes
It's unfortunate.
It's
He's
just,
a really good guy.
like, sometimes it's like Mr. P,
Uh-oh.
you know, for like Mr. Possessor. It's fine. It's fine. I have better friends. Yeah.
Well, that's kind of disrespectful.
So Frank here, he possesses some knights or some suits of armor, actually. So what you
Yeah.
have to do is you have to
He can
lure
actually
all.
duplicate himself.
Yeah, he does. He splits
Frankie's
himself
really
up.
special like that.
Yeah, he performs. What's that? What's the process called when like? you unicellular-
Mitosis. He undergoes mitosis.
Yeah, it's mitosis. Yeah, there it is. There it is. Yeah. He undergoes mitosis.
I got sword
And
skip.
splits himself up. There's a skip that's random. Oh my god. There's a skip that's random, and it's like if you get stepped on, and like there's an attack that he does where he like tries to slash you with his sword or like bring it down upon you, but sometimes he just won't do that if you get stepped on already. He'll just try to step on you more because he sees that it worked the first time.
Oops.
But you-
Yeah, Frankie's kind of quirky like
Come out.
that.
Frank is nuts. Right, but unfortunately,
Absolutely bonkers.
he's dude, insane.
He is crazy.
So, yeah, he tries to basically kill you the same way, like 3 times in a row. It doesn't work any of those ways, and you can kill him faster than any other possessor in the game.
Yeah, he also does like a surprising amount of not damage.
Yeah, he really just does so much not damage. It's
He does
crazy.
no damage.
So yeah, Blars murdered Frankie and his family in a minute 34.
Yeah, that's
which is
my B.
far faster than any other possessor. So Frankie, for being the
Okay,
final
and then
possessor, kind of
boom, we
sucks.
We skipped 3 cutscenes. We're in the last thing. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So now King Boo, like,
He tries to smash you.
yeah, well, he like steals you from Egad, and he's like, "Oh, you're mine now." So now you're on his little plane in the
You are on this little
void.
plane. Oh shit. That's my bad. Come over here, come over here.
And he tries to body you and also hit you with spike balls. And that's pretty much how he attacks you in this first
It's a lot harder than any percent.
Yeah, so what you have to do is you have to let his fat spike balls hit his fat body as they're coming down. And then you catch him, and then now he sends you into a hallway. This is a hallway, and you have to run
Because
down
why
it.
not?
But he's rolling down the hallway, and his big,
He's
big,
rolling.
big beefy body takes up the entire hallway, and he's rolling down after you as fast as he possibly can.
He's also
And
like way bigger now than he was.
you have to desperately outrun him before he rolls over
Outrun
you and
his
flattens
fat
you like a
body.
pancake. If you don't want him to catch up to you, so you have to run around all these drawers that like open up and stuff. And King Boo,
You're making me laugh too hard. You're making me lose time. Stop.
he's never too far away. No matter how fast you run away, he's always there waiting for you to make a mistake. And if you slow down just a little, he's gonna catch up. So
You
Blars,
slow down a little,
better
his
not slow
fat body will run
down.
into you.
Fat, too thick body,
Juicy.
absolutely decimate you.
Stop.
But luckily, gets out of King Boo's long hallway just in the nick of time, and he enters phase 2, where King Boo controls lightning like Zeus
He does.
with his hat.
Zeus. His hat.
Yeah.
That frog just disappeared.
He tries to strike down lightning and make frogs and spike balls in order to kill Luigi again. But Luigi, too smart for King Boo and his dastardly ways, continues to suck him up. And he gets King Boo in his vacuum, but his hat is too big to fit into the vacuum, so he pops right back out again for a second time, and now he's in another hallway, and King Boo's chasing him down even faster this time. And now it's
And there is
dark.
ice this time.
It's dark. It's nighttime. The sun went down. So now Luigi has to run in the dark. All he has is his flashlight to see where the drawers are in front of him. Luckily, Blars has played this level for like
Too
millions
much.
of hours in his life.
Okay. This is going to 246, right? Right?
Blars, no, not absolutely no way, Blars. You have like 10 more seconds to get a 240. Oh wait, no. Oh, you have like a minute and 10 more seconds. That's what I meant to say.
This guy earlier was like, just said randomly in chat, Mega Lightning is red. Do you know why that's such a big meme?
Does anyone know why anything is a meme?
I'd say at least like half of them.
Okay.
Yeah, this can 246.
Yeah, I think so. So now King Boo really
Oh,
he just
that's not
he
fun.
summons so much lightning with his
So
hat
much.
with his hat, and he tries to rain it down upon Luigi. And Blars does a skip where he intentionally lets King Boo reign victorious for just a second, so he can skip a animation that he does. So
Reign
King Boo-
victorious.
He launches more spike balls at Luigi, but using the spike ball shadows, he can control where King Boo is, so that the spike ball lands on top of him for a third time. And now he sucks King Boo, sucks him.
Alright,
And
be
King
ready
Boo,
to end time. Can you end time?
He tries to get away, but
Are we gonna end time, or is it just
he
like
is a
not gonna
loser.
end time?
He is weak, and the third time, his hat finally breaks, and it goes into the
End
vacuum
time
with
now.
the rest of his fat body. King Boo runs into the hat, and he picks it up. And then Mario, he's in the painting, so he gets Mario out of the painting in time.
Wait.
Hey! Let's go.
Wait, was it world record?
Obviously, yeah. It's world record. By, like a lot, Blars.
I don't know.
Skipped
Well, I don't know if it's
237.
246.
You skipped.
It was kind of a sucky run, but it's fine.
I mean, it is 240. There's a timer.
Yeah, it's a good time. Thank you, Pablo. Thank you, Red. Thank you, everyone.
What? Why would you thank those two people in particular?
I don't
Neither
know.
of-
I saw
Neither
I
of them run this game.
I know, but like, I saw 2 people, and then I was like, oh, there's actually a lot of people.
You thanked 0 Dark Moon runners and L.
Alright,
you
I'll thank
only
all
L
of them
runners.
now. Thank you, Flair. Thank you, Twisted Off. Thank you, Splazer. Thank you, Joven. Thank you, Big Max. Thank you, Slasher. Thank you, Red's MSR. What is that name? Thank you, Saria. I think that's it.
Are you thanking everyone but me?
Thank you, Skip. Skip was like, good luck, Blars, earlier. I saw it.
Lars, I was with you the whole time.
Oh, it was? It's my pleasure, Blars. Where can I sub to you? I don't have a dono link.
So yeah, as you can see, the ghosts are all nice now because they have pupils in their eyes.
Yeah, they're pupils.
They're pupils. Much like a regular human being.
Why was
you
that
don't have
slammer like
pupils,
trying
that
to
means you're
swallow
evil.
that guy?
I know, right? That's what I always thought. Like the slammer was in the process of just devouring that greeny hole.
Yeah.
Aren't
Did
they
the
supposed to be
slammer
on
see
like
the
the same team?
greenie and be like, did the slammer see the greenie and was like, tasty snack?
No, the slammer saw Luigi and he was like, dude, that's Luigi, he's back!
It's Polterpup. Okay. This was like way underestimate by like 8 minutes. So do you just want to like talk about stuff?
Yeah, let's just have a conversation and make these people like listen to us.
Yeah, they
Completely
have no choice.
Oh,
unrelated to anything.
thanks, my bro.
Oh,
You know
sorry, I
what always-
said no.
You know what always baffles me is that all these ghosts are like celebrating Luigi, just like murdering them. And
Yeah.
they're not dead because they like came back out.
Well,
but,
no.
still.
They're just like not murdering. They captured them, remember?
Yeah,
And then he
they-
hit the button and they went
Yeah.
boom.
He enslaved them. Well, no, they were already enslaved. but they,
Enslaved
like,
them?
They were already enslaved by Egad, but they like tried rebelling, I guess. And then Luigi captured all of them, and now they're gonna go back to working for Egad, probably for no money. And I don't know why they're so happy about that. Yeah. If you really think about it.
Okay, what was the game time? That was a bit of a rough king boot. Yeah, this is a really improvable run. But it's better than I thought I'd get in a marathon. So it's just Ree, are you gonna unmute?
Oh yeah, hello. I finally came back. My internet has finally
Yay,
helped
I
itself.
got
Hey, Reed,
I
Blars
got a
finished the run.
time. I don't know exactly what it was.
Yeah, I hear you might have gotten world record.
He
Might
definitely
have.
did.
I probably beat it by like 2
Yeah.
minutes. I'm not. The
Congrats,
timing
dude.
was really
That's
weird
awesome.
at the end.
And thank God I was here to cover for Ree. I gave
Yeah.
really good I gave
Dude.
really good commentary at the
I'm
end
looking-
after you left.
I think my internet service provider's having some issues right now.
We talked about Frankie, our good friend.
Freaky.
Frankie.
Mr. P.
Oh yeah. Do you guys have any shoutouts? Any last remarks that you'd like to give?
Well, Blars already shouted out everyone in the LM1 community and no one in the
I
Dark Moon
didn't.
community.
I didn't.
So
They were like, good,
he's
good job,
already
Blars.
good with
And I was
that.
like,
Yeah.
why are you so salty about this?
Because you didn't thank either of us. Like the people who helped you and commentated with you, and like when you joined the community, we like guided you to getting this far. You don't care.
I
man.
did it by myself.
You know you did not.
Yes, I did.
Alright,
No,
well,
dude, okay, no, guys, I want you to
Alright,
stream.
Guys, I'd like
stream-
to shout out
stream
Vicious.
Blars'
Screw this
DMs.
guy. I hate him.
Oh, no,
He did
stream
nothing
Blars'
for me.
DMs between us
Did
two.
nothing.
He asked me so many questions about everything. He knew nothing.
to close this out,
Never respond to your DMs. How would I ask you anything?
if he hasn't been mentioned yet, I'd like to shout out Rex, really big glitch hunter and community member who's made a lot of stuff possible. So shoutouts to them. Shoutouts to Banana for finding a bunch of stuff. Shoutouts to Vicious as well for
Yeah.
yelping at my commentary.
Shout out to me. Shout out to
Only
me.
that. Oh, I'm only worthwhile because I jumped in on commentary.
Jumped in. No.
Yeah, you didn't
Rex-
respond last night.
Rex
I have
found
a
all
picture
the
of our
glitches.
DMs.
Nana, he really found all the strats, and Vicious, he commentated this run.
No, I know you found some stuff too. But anyways, I
Vicious
think
was
we should try to move on to the next run. Coming up next, we've got Luigi's Mansion, any percent no out of bounds PAL. Very, very fun run to look at. The PAL version, if you're not familiar with it, you're in for a treat. Lots of differences that you'll see there. So yeah, stay tuned
good luck,
for
Pablo.
that. And we will go to a brief intermission to switch to that game. So yeah, stay tuned, guys. We'll be right back.